right, family, we should be live right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me before we get this thing started. Whew, what a weekend, what a weekend, what a weekend. Let me know if y'all can hear me before we get started today. Yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me before we get started today. I'll wait for confirmation in the chat. Can't wait to tell y'all about. Yes, okay. Shout out to Shout out to Patricia Clinton and everybody else in the chat. Um, yeah, can't wait to tell you about an amazing weekend. I even lost my voice a little bit, so my voice may be a little hoarse, but I lost my voice a little bit. We had an amazing weekend. I tried to tell everybody what was going to go down. I tried to tell everybody that I already seen it in my mind. Not that I seen it, I already felt it. And you know, that quantum realm is real. When you really, really feel something strong in your imagination and you experience it with your five senses, you got to move on it. Yeah, somebody said, peace, brother Rich. Can the video event still be purchased? Yes. Oh man, my video guy's editing it right now. So probably in about 2 days, I'm gonna send out a copy to everybody who purchased a ticket, whether live stream or in person. At first, I'm gonna send y'all the video. It's edited in 6K. It's absolutely magnificent quality. So it's gonna be sent out to everybody who invested in themselves first, and then I will make it available to the masses. You know, but it will be available by the end of the week. Y'all gotta see what happened. Y'all gotta see what went down. Before we continue, one last time before I retire this commercial, one last time, let's run this promo, gathering the masses. We got Yaki Awakened. Shout out Yaki Awakened. Shout out I see the Ducateers. Shout out to Dr. Be Serious. Shout out to Dr. Drew Pukram. Shout out to Sister Myra. And shout out to Queen Afua. For the last time.
Yo.
My fault. For the last time, let's run this commercial, y'all. And we're going to retire this commercial after this last time. And we're going to talk about the weekend, all right?
Yo. I fought plenty battles, caught many arrows, flossed plenty apparel, resembling the pharaohs, cemented in the gravel, extensive in my travels. Not to mention, ascension is my cattle. Cash cow, we milking it. Laugh now, we killing it. Last round, we still in it. Axe round, we healing shit. Hands down, we killing it. No pass down, it's silking this. Pack your bags, take this pilgrimage. Guaranteed to be epic like Gilgamesh. Gilded flesh and shields with crests. I'ma have to kill you if I reveal the rest. All I know is when life try you, you better kill that test. That's the only real that the real respect. Niggas went from dealing death to flipping morse to heal the flesh. That's the real adept. That's the illest flex. That reveals what's next.
My investors don't need to be angels. They could be the archetypes of the darkest type. Archangels who are dark and mango, like Tony Starks, and monsters like Thanos. Bangles need to be strangled and quantum entangled. And them carrots that sponsors a dangle. Only built for these bust down Cuban links. Only fans.
Damn, I just remembered something, yo. Hold up, yo. Give me 1 second, yo. Oh boy. My computer's still being fixed, so I'm not even using. I was using my old computer, but the camera quality was so bad. So now I'm using my lady's computer. But now I'm logged out of my email, I just realized. And I'm trying to send Dr. B and King Simon. Hold up. I'm trying to log into my email. Come on, man. I just entered it. I don't know. Email. Give me a second, y'all. This is gonna be a good one. I want you to really here what went down. The same weekend I had my event, 50 Cent had something in Louisiana. And it was just a powerful weekend. Big earthquake hit Cali, by the way, today. Anybody who watches who's in Cali, how are y'all doing? If y'all in Cali, let me know if y'all are right out there. Hold up. Damn. Remove. Damn, Google was asking me. Hold up, yo. What the hell? Man, I'm gonna have to get started. I don't know what. Oh, damn, they still won't let me sign it. Oh man, all right. All right, I got y'all in the room. My fault, y'all. Shit. All right, let me just start talking. Let me answer a few of your questions. Will this be an annual event? I'm not sure. That's the most asked question I got during this weekend. Am I gonna do it again next year? I'm not sure. Like I said, hold up. This is something that one of the keys, let me say it like this to answer the question. I'm trying to do something while I answer this question. I need to send two. I'm my superpower is my heart in this realm. And okay, I think I got it. Okay, there we go. I'm logged into my email. All right. Yeah, my superpower is my heart in this realm. And let me send Dr. B this link. We almost done. Thank you for being patient with me, family. Thank you for being patient. I got things I'm working out with my computer. I'm not using my computer right now. Yeah, my superpower in this realm is my heart. So I just follow my heart, and I can't say if it'll be an annual event because maybe it's not meant to be an annual event. Maybe it's meant like originally I said it was, I want to do it every like 4 years. But then so many people was asking me, I'm like, I'll think about it. I'll see how I feel. And somebody gave me this at the event. Huge quartz crystal. Look, got the dirt on it and all that. Somebody gave me this. Shout out to the brother. I don't remember the brother's name, one of the vendors, but shout out to the vendor who gave me this at the event. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now. I will keep everybody updated. I just, what I don't want. I don't want y'all to say, oh, I'm gonna make the next one. Like y'all should have made this one. If you really, really wanted to, y'all should have made this one. And I don't want us to keep saying that in life. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Like I said, that procrastination frequency is dangerous because we always think there's a tomorrow to practice whatever you're good at, to say I love you to a loved one, to kiss your son or your daughter goodbye, to tell your wife or your husband you love them. We always assume there's a tomorrow. We always assume we could do it later. And what ends up happening is that later, that I'll do it later, that's a frequency within itself. And later, the frequency of later is another way of experiencing the frequency of never. Let me say that again. The frequency of procrastination or I'll do it later is another way of experiencing the frequency of never in this realm. So we need to stop saying, oh, because a lot of y'all could have made it if y'all really wanted to. But, you just like, it's like when you see the hype, then you're like, oh, man, I should have went. But, it is what it is. Those who are meant to be there is there. Can't change nothing now. I want to thank everybody who did come, everybody who bought a lot, whether it was virtually or whether it was in person. I want to thank all of y'all, you know. But yeah, my point is saying is that I just got, when it came to this event this year, I just got a download when I was meditating to do it, and I contemplating on it, and I thought about what speakers would be best, and that's why I chose the lineup. Carefully chose the lineup, and I remember the brother that was helping me with, there's a brother named Jeff. He got the store Star Status, I believe, in New Black Wall Street, and he was telling me about, because the event was supposed to happen in June initially. The event was supposed to happen in June, but I didn't secure a Yaki yet. And I told him, I said, I could have easily got anybody else, but the vision that I had, I really wanted to stick to a certain lineup that I had in mind. So I had to wait to secure Yaki and his team. I had to make sure I secured Dr. Drew Pukram. Just make sure that it turned out what I envisioned. And because, I was able to secure those speakers, when I was talking to y'all about the event, I projected such confidence because I was able to market, and I was able to tell y'all exactly what my vision was in my mind. If I had got different speakers, all the speakers I have on my channel is dynamic, but I had a specific set in mind. If I had got certain different speakers, it wouldn't have been as powerful as a projection as I imagine it in my mind. So shout out to all of those who participated, all the speakers. Shout out to all the vendors. That's something else I had in mind, something that was new, something that our community isn't used to, seeing these speaker vendors. We're used to just seeing regular vendors. But I told Jeff, like, listen, what's going to make this event dynamic? I want the speakers to vend. So we have speakers speaking that you use, but we also have the speakers vending at the same time. And it's something that you never see. That this is a concept that, that I came up with in my imagination. I told Jeff, I was like, yo, this, cut back on the regular vendors. Because usually it's just you invite regular vendors. And I'm like, nah, cut back on the regular vendors. I'm interested in getting the speakers coming out, vending, to make it like a real family reunion. And one of the things that made this possible is the relationship I have with the speakers. And it goes into me being true to who I am, and I carry a lot of integrity with me, and the speakers recognize and realize that, and they respect that, and they know when they come on my channel, I'm going to show utmost support if they have an amazing product, if they have an amazing service, if they have an amazing message. And what everybody who comes on my channel knows is that you benefit from being on Brother Rich's channel. So when I made the call out for all the speakers and for the speakers who were just vendors to come out, and I'm telling them how monumental it's going to be, everybody trusts. My word has value to it. And I want to thank everybody for believing in my vision, even y'all. I want to thank everybody for believing in my vision. When you have a vision, only you can see it, but you pitch it to everybody. You pitch it to the world, and you hope the world can understand it. And even if they can't understand it, they believe in you so much that they just, they go along with your plan. And just to see, because they believe in you so much. So thank you to all the speakers, the vendors, the family who invested in themselves. Thank you to everybody who believed in the vision. I told y'all what was going down. I told y'all it was going to be legendary. It was thousands of people in there, thousands. You don't see this at so-called conscious lectures where it's thousands of people. It was thousands of people in there. It was jam-packed. They had the AC on full blast, but there was so much energy from these Negroes, these black carbonated folks, that you wouldn't even think the AC was on, but the AC was on full blast. The AC was on full blast. But it was just so many of us that it was hot in there. That's energy. That energy thing is real. You was hands down. I would say it's a spiritual event of the year. I would say everybody has their, like, Earn Your Leisure is doing something. They have the financial event of the year with InvestFest. I would definitely say This is the spiritual event of the year, hands down. Yeah, you was obviously at the event. Somebody said you a good dude, Rich, the people's champ. I said a speech. I said a couple of words before Yaki came on. Yaki had said something to me inspirational when he first came on my show, and I'm not gonna say it again tonight. If y'all was there, y'all know what I'm talking about. When Yaki called me on the phone, and if you was there, you heard me say it. And then Yaki has been real inspirational, to who I am and reminding me of who I am and reminding me of my importance, behind the scenes, not on the camera, but behind the scenes. So that brother definitely has always given me words of encouragement and told me certain things and presented certain business opportunities to me that I don't get from a lot of people. So I want to thank the brother Yaki for and his team, brother Nabi, his manager, brother Nabi, his videographer. I forgot the brother's name, but everybody else at Yaki's crew, he got a whole team. Shout out to them, they're doing big things. But yeah, somebody said watch virtually. When the camera turned to the audience, I was blown away at the amount of people that was there. It was amazing. Thank you for seeing the vision through. We appreciate you. Yeah, the audience, I mean, that scene from the stage to the crowd, it looked like a never-ending sea of melanated folks. It was like a never-ending sea of melanated folks in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? It was like if you look from the stage down, it was like, well, goddamn, where is it at? So it was an amazing event. I want to thank everybody who helped, everybody who came through with ideas. A lot of the sisters is very sharp. They are very intelligent. And if you ever want to run an organization, you definitely got to listen to that feminine energy because they always got such amazing ideas. And sisters came with amazing ideas moving forward for me and future events. I want to thank all of y'all. I want to thank who came through big time. I'm gonna give my thanks. I'm gonna give me about 10 more minutes. Then I'm gonna start off with Dr. B. I'm gonna bring Dr. B on. I want to thank of course my queen for supporting me through this whole time with the event. I want to thank B-Dell. B-Dell came through with his queen, right? B-Dell came through. B-Dell wasn't a speaker and he wasn't a vendor. He just came through to support and show love. And he was like, yo, B-Dell's younger than all of us. I think B-Dell's still in his 20s, I think. Yeah, I think B-Dell might still be in his. B-Dell is a young brother. That's how you know B-Dell's gonna be around for a long time. He's the next generation of elders, but I think B-Dell might. I don't even know if he's 30 yet. He might be like 29. B-Dell's super young, but he's like he has a ancient soul. He's super sharp, and he came through with his queen, and they was helping me in the beginning before the event got started tremendously. Helped out a lot. So I want to thank them for all the help. They came through both days early and just helped out a lot. Shout out to the brother that be on on the channel. Hey Dre, he came through, he helped out. Shout out to I seen Ascendant Infinite Goddess. She was in the building doing her thing, doing the readings. I seen her doing her readings. She was doing her thing. Shout out to David. My brother Dave was there. Dave gave me this. I want to show you this light language. Damn, I don't know if I have it in front of me, but Dave was there representing. I wish I had time to chop it up with y'all even more. I was super busy. Like, and anybody I could take a picture with, I'm sorry, I took thousands of pictures, y'all. But anybody I couldn't, I apologize. But it was just so King Simon. I gotta send you a link. I gotta send you a link. Yeah, shout out to everybody who came through. And if I couldn't take a picture with you, if I could talk to you, I apologize. I was super busy, super duper busy. And Red Pill, I gotta send you a link a little later too. I want to get Dr. B on here first. He's an elder. I know he don't be up too late doing the talk, so I want to get my brother Dr. B out the way first. But yeah, shout out to everybody at thousands. Yeah, that was thousands of people in there. It was. Listen, shout out to New Black Wall Street. Shout out to Jefferson. Shout out to Kim. Lord, the brother Lord who helped out. Dave, the tech guy. Everybody who helped out and made it possible. Quitting. It was the biggest event at New Black Wall Street. They never seen nothing like it in their lives. we rented out an area, and besides that area, we had the whole mall open up because all the other vendors see that it was popping. We had it popping in there. So the vendors is like, it's showtime, it's money time. So all the other vendors on the outskirts of what we rented out, they open up too. The food trucks was outside. Yo, they heard about what was going on inside. 4 food trucks pulled up outside. Tacos, all types of shit. There was 4 food trucks outside. We like, where the hell all this? But everybody heard what was going down, and nobody never seen that at New Black Wall Street. So they said, oh shit, nah, this different. So listen, family, I got so many business proposals, and so many people want to do business with Brother Rich, the New Black Wall Street. So many people like, yo, listen, a lady came up to me who worked with New Black Wall Street. She was asking my coordinator, and she asked, I was in the back I was in the back with my lady, and Kim, who was my coordinator, came up to me with the lady, and she's like part of the finance department, and she's like, yo, we got to know who's your PR team. My girl said, he is. Me, I'm my PR team. Me, Black Magic. But not just me. When I say me, I mean we. Because like I remember, I never forget, before God Power 1, I asked Dr. B and Billy Carson, I said, yo, in the affirmations, instead of saying I am, should we start saying we, since we are over 65 trillion cells? And we started talking about the whole we concept. And listen, I know I look like I'm solo. I know I look like I'm dolo. I know I look like I'm doing this show by myself. This is my starship. This is the starship. You know how they got starships called Starship Voyager? This is my starship. I represent a collective. We deep out here. You know what I'm saying? I represent a quantum collective. So it may look like it's just Brother Rich doing something, or it may look like it's just Brother Rich with the PR. And I know I get real, and everybody love the energy and how I promote. Because like I said, my heart is my superpower. So whatever I have to promote what my heart is into. If it's not, you're gonna see it. It's not gonna show. But it's not just me, y'all. And that's what we're trying to tell all of y'all. All of y'all is a collective. When none of us is this single one entity, we're all a collective of collective consciousness who came together and is inhabiting this spaceship to make shit happen. You know what Kendrick says? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. You know what was deep? Let me just say this, because I mentioned Yaki told me something about me being the people's champ, right? And I was telling a story on stage, and then King Simon was a numerologist, and he helped me out a lot. He said, yo, Rich, you know what's interesting about you saying that? He said Muhammad Ali was the people's champ, and he was the number 17. And he said Kendrick Lamar is the people's champ. Drake thought he was and found out the hard way. Kendrick Lamar's the number 17. So this whole thing is mathematics. This whole thing is something we all agreed upon. This whole thing is energetic, and we all have a divine purpose. And I'm walking in my purpose. And one of the things that allow me to do that is by spending so much time with myself and being happy. Sometimes people spend time with themselves and they're depressed, that they're lonely. I'm very happy when I get time to myself, because I really get to tap into who I am. And I can't forget, shout out to Q Reeves. Yo, my brother Q Reeves. Q Reeves is out there killing them. Every time I came to your booth, they was at your booth, man. You was killing them out there, man. I need to get Q on here tonight too, man. I need to send Q a link too, man, when we get it popping. Q, I'm going to send you a link. Let me get the elder out the way. Dr. B, I want to send Q, Red, and King Simon a link. But let me chop it up with my brother. Dr. B real quick. But yo, Q was out there. Yo, we was deep, y'all. We was super deep. Q Reeves was there. Ross Bed was there. Sister Myra. Not only did Sister Myra speak, she was vending the whole weekend. She was chopping it up with all of y'all. She was giving readings the whole weekend. I see people up there, they was holding their head and getting readings and prayers. Motherfuckers was crying. She was out there changing lives. But listen, yeah, the energy of the place was electric. It was on fire. I've never seen. Listen, Yo, our girl told me, she said, Rich. She said, Rich. Where's Dr. B at? Hold on, I want him to hear this. Doc, where you at? Minister Jew was there. Minister Jew was in the cut, chilling in the back. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't vetted. Jew just came all the way to Atlanta to support. And me and Jew gonna be doing things in Atlanta in the future. Damn, what happened to Dr. B? Doc, where you at? But yeah, Myra, here come back. Myra was just the whole weekend. Black Dot was there, his whole family, Mama Dot, Malcolm. Yeah, the Duke of Tears was there. He was venting. He came in. A lot of people had flight problems. Duke came a little late on Saturday because he had issues with his plane. And shout out to everybody who persevered through the flight. There was a hurricane up north and in different places, and it kind of messed up the flights with some people. Would have been even more people. It would have been even more. It would have been even more than 1,400 people. It would have been even more. And let me say this before I bring on Dr. B. And I know Dr. B probably doesn't know this, and I just want to say this, and I don't know if this sister is listening. There was a sister that came, Dr. B. And like I said, I had a coordinator named Kim. And Kim told my lady, and my lady passed the message to me. Lady came and didn't have nowhere to stay. And I guess some of the sisters that was there told her, yo, you could come stay with us. And the sister felt that it was something she had to go through on her own. She didn't want to stay with anybody. She felt that it was an experience. First of all, she felt like she had to experience this weekend. She had to, regardless of her financial situation, whatever's going on in her life, she had to be present at the gathering of masses. So one of the people, damn, yeah. So somebody I know, I'm gonna say because I don't want to say names, and somebody that was helping me out with the venue, helped to have a place to sleep the whole weekend, and the sister was good. You know, she was good. She managed. She did what she had to do. She networked, but she just it was her last. It was her last. I guess it was her last bit of money. She had nothing else left. But all she knew is that she wanted to invest in herself. That's all she knew. She wanted to invest in herself. And when people think about investments, a lot of time they think about, all right, well, I'm going to invest in a business or I'm investing in some real estate. All of that's investment. That's great. But you also have to invest different ways, whether it's in your health or invest in networking opportunities or whatever. But I don't know who the sister is. If she's watching, I would love for her to contact me. I would love to make a donation to the sister for investing in herself. And the lady who allowed her to stay can verify. If she contact, I'm going to leave my email. She knows the lady who allowed her to stay where she stayed. And Queen, if you contact me and the sister who allowed you to stay where you stayed can verify that it's you, I want to make a donation to you of $1,000 for investing in yourself. I want to help you out financially because you help yourself out and you show me how important what I'm doing is. You show me how much I affected the world from my words and just saying how important this event was and the speakers. I want to donate $1,000 to the sister. So email me, whoever that sister is, email me at richandmarried@yahoo.com. Don't, if you a scam, Nigerian scammer, shout out to the Nigerians, don't hit me up because we're going to verify with the sister. Like I said, I'm not even saying the other sister's name who allowed you to stay where you stayed. I can verify all of this. So don't, this is specifically for that sister. You will be verified, but you know the name of the person who helped you. You know where you stayed. You know all of that. But I, Brother Rich, Black Magic 363, want to donate $1,000 to this sister for just really, really, really believing in herself. And she didn't want to be a nuisance to anybody. She rejected offers. She just really wanted to absorb the information. And for that, my collective, since I said I represent a collective, I'm not just Brother Rich. I roll deep. I'm trillions deep of cells, L's, gods, entities. I'm deep out in me. I'm starship within itself. I want to donate $1,000 to you, sister. Hit me up on my email, richardmerritt.com, so we could confirm who you are. And I'm gonna find a way to get that to you. With that being said, shout out to that sister. Investment in your spiritual self is of utmost importance, and you will be rewarded in ways you could never imagine. In ways you could never imagine, you will be rewarded out the blue. Sister, I got a nice donation for you. And who knows who else? If you got a cash app, I put that up on the screen, sister. Somebody else. Listen, my family, this channel, they show love. So yeah, shout out to that sister. With that being said, Dr. B, I heard my lady say you a superstar, man. She was like, Dr. B is a certified superstar. What's up, man? You did your thing, man, on stage, man. What's going on, Doc? Great weekend, man. Great weekend.
Well, it's been a great week.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it all really just exploded once they announced that I was the winner of the Spiritual Leader Award. And that was mind-blowing. And I'm really thankful to all of you who voted, all of you who had faith, all of you who were in the house.
Yeah.
And that was amazing to receive that award. So I'm very grateful. And it actually, I've been through it's been very emotional for the week. And just as I was starting to get myself down from that high, it was time for the masters to come together.
Oh yeah.
And it was amazing to see all of us come together. Not only at the, this weekend, but last weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
At the awards.
Mm-hmm.
Houses packed full of people seeking, people traveling, people breaking out of their old programming, because that's what it takes to break out of your old programming. And I'm glad that, we were here at this particular time, all of us, to witness this deep, deep, deep thing that's happening. Like I was saying many times, what's happening now has never happened before. We've never been here before. And so we can't, if we keep talking about the past and what had happened, we can't get to now. So we're in nowness. And Brother Rich, you really, really, really did it. I mean, you pulled together people, and it was so peaceful and orderly. Now that line was really long out there. I peeked at that line that people trying to get in. I was like, whoa, man. But we're now proving the point that the world has changed. The earth is changing. We are changing as people, and we're changing it. We're not waiting on change to come. It's happening. So I was honored to come out and share with you. And so you can see a little bit more of what Dr. B does, because I'm expanding and growing, and now it's time to let it go. But man, I was just blown away by the love, the harmony of the people, and to see the people, to touch the people, and feel the people explaining and emitting and their love and the gratitude for what you're doing, what we're doing, and what's happening right now.
Indeed. Yeah, man. I mean, I love your music is everything. And I seen somebody when I live stream a little piece of your musical performance, and this is what our people are so, our mindset is so Piscean, where when I say that, we think things, we throw the baby out with the bathwater a lot in the Piscean era of consciousness. So they seen you playing the drums and doing the music, and I heard somebody comment, "Oh, this looked like church." There's nothing wrong with it if it looks like church. But you know what was the best part of church? The music. And you know what? Who said everything the church did was wrong? Who said everything in the Bible is wrong? Who said we got to get out this mindset of, well, I don't I'm not in the Nation of Islam no more, so everything they do is wrong. I'm not a Christian no more, so everything they do is wrong. I bring on Sharif. Brother Sharif, you so spiritual. Why are you part of the Moorish Science Temple? Everything they do is wrong. Nobody, no group, organization, nobody has all the answers, but everybody has aspects of what we used to practice in antiquity, Dr. B. So when they say this look like church, I'll take that's a compliment. Great. Because that was one of the best parts of church. The organ, the music, that's us. We the rhythm of the planet. You think I'm gonna let you discourage me by saying it looked like church? That's a compliment. The church music, the reason why music ain't the same is because we don't listen to church music no more. Our most magnificent music producers in our musical culture grew up in the church. And they practiced them church chords and all that. Teddy Riley, all of them. They was in the church and they knew how to play the instruments in the church. And then they just move on to hip hop and the industry from there. But that's not an insult. That's the best part of the church. We're not going to get rid of that. Our people, we the rhythm of the planet. We're going to be in the music forever, family. So for remind you of church, God bless you. Amen. Hallelujah. Dr. B, I want you to talk on that real quick.
You know, there was a brother there, and he came up to me and he says, Dr. B, he says, this is amazing, man. Your performance, your speaking. He says, man, the way you loop, conscious high level information and comedy and music, and you twist it all up. He says, man, it's amazing. He says, but the problem is most people don't hear what you're saying. Most people don't do this. And he started talking about what most people ain't feeling this. And most people, I said, well, what are you talking about? And he kept talking about what most people don't do. And it's interesting because I did a broadcast last week with 19 Keys that'll be out soon. And I explained to 19 Keys my point of view on this most people, what we don't do and what most people don't do. It's not true because you don't even know most people. We don't know most people. What do you mean most people? You're listening to what? Social media, the few people that you know out of almost 10 billion people, maybe more. How do you know what most people feel and what most people are doing? What most black people, what most people are eating, what most people are not hearing? See, that is a story we keep telling us each other that brings our energy down. Let's focus on what is. These people are in the room. I said, brother, you in a room full of love and harmony. This has never happened before. So what are you saying? These people are not most people? But I'm just saying around the world. I said, why can't we just focus on what's happening in front of us? We have no idea what's happening around the world. Our world is this world right here. We're in a world. This is a liquid crystal. And when we did the oneness vibration meditation with the music, we all became one. Right. We all were one. So let's stop talking and we got to correct ourselves here. The thing about what we're not doing and what most people don't do is it's just done. It's a lie. Let's leave that alone. Mm-hmm. But that the magic that was created, the black magic, which is the melanin, the carbonated vibration from the Mother Earth, from the essence of it all, was happening, is happening, is resonating through the whole planet. The whole earth stood still this particular weekend. And we had to finally come together and say, we are allowing ourselves to be our best selves, all of us together.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I want to say, Dr. B, is one thing that keeps me being who I am in my life is defining myself. And you get a lot of opposition, Dr. B, not just in the mainstream media, but also in the spiritual community. And just my name alone, Dr. B just said black magic. There's a lot of spiritualists in the community who have a problem with the name or the term black magic. And my definition may be different from all of these masters that's out there. And as y'all can see, I move to my own tune. Nobody is above me. I don't worship anybody. I notice a lot of people that watch the channel, y'all start worshiping individuals real quick. I don't worship anybody. So I move how I want to move and I do what I want to do when it comes to my reality and when it comes to my world and when it comes to who I name myself. So with black magic, and I'm going to just say this, it represents to me, before the baby is born, it's in darkness for 9 months. When you plant a seed, we keep talking about farming, right? And the food, we need to grow our own food. Yaki talked about growing our own food. Before that beautiful fruit grows that we talk about that's helping our body so much, or that beautiful vegetable grows, or whatever it is that grows, it's in darkness. The creation process is the darkness. So when I come up with these ideas, gathering the masses, blueprint for God power, the God frequency, Holy Ghost, I could do magic. This comes from darkness, y'all. Don't let nobody scare you. All of this came. You can ask my lady. She be like, yo, this dude is in a certain room in the house in darkness, listening to music. Sometime I'm drinking some wine while I'm doing it. Sometime I may be smoking some weed. Sometime I may be just chilling, vibing out, whatever. But I'm always in this room in my house in darkness. Tap it in. This shit come from darkness. All of it, all of these ideas is coming from darkness, family. So when I say black magic, the realm of darkness is where the magic is at. Infinite possibilities. The screen we call life is so limited. It's like this. There's so many limited possibilities. But Dr. B, if we go back to that darkness that we're so afraid of, that we're taught is so evil, that it's so, man, Dr. B, that's where the magic is at. And you talked about this before, Dr. B. There's nothing to be scared about. I'm not doing no voodoo. I'm not doing it. I don't want to say it and make it a negative thing, but I'm not into doing any magical spells on people or nothing like that. I talked to Billy Carson about this. We're into tapping into the frequency that we want to experience. And the best way to tap into that frequency is by closing your eyes and eliminating the distractions, Dr. B. So that's what I'm into. No crazy weird shit. I'm just into eliminating the false lights that's out here, so I can project the real light that's in here into the false light. But go ahead, Dr. B, because I know you ain't got long tonight. Go ahead, my brother. I'm hyped. I'm hyped, Dr. B.
So you heard me give the frog scenario,
yes,
the frog story.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The only frog to make it is the one that does not hear opposition. The one that is focused on creating from darkness. But we have to realize something. A tree grows, and usually it has thousands of seeds. Yeah. Thousands and thousands. One tree, thousands of seeds, sometimes tens of thousands, even in some trees, millions of seeds. Mm-hmm. Most of those seeds are not going to germinate. Some are going to hit, asphalt. Some are going to hit rocks, hard earth. You know what I'm saying? Some is going to be washed away with the rain. Some will be eaten by birds or squirrels or whatever. A very small percentage of them will germinate, and sometimes only one. And the only way that one makes it out of those thousands of seeds is if it gets to a point where it can get into a dark place in the earth. That seed has to go into darkness. That's the only place where it can germinate in total darkness. But a lot of us feel like dark means bad. Dark doesn't mean bad. Dark is the place where things germinate from.
Yeah.
And this other thing, this ties into what I just said earlier about what people talk about, what most people ain't doing and what's going on in the world. Most people are never going to get it. The average person is not here to get this. We're trying to wake up everybody. You got to wake up, because listen, that one seed makes a plant, another tree. One seed, right, turns into and multiplies into millions of seeds. So all we got to do is be the one seed that germinates. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Like I tell you, mind your business and business your mind.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing that I find that really brings people together is when we laugh.
Oh, yeah.
We laugh.
You got it.
When we can pump those 7 different rivers or fluids through the body, which is what when you're laughing, your diaphragm begins to pump that fluid called the humors. And that begins to clean your system out and rejuvenate you, right? So laughter is important. Music is important. So you could call it, if it's just like church, whatever you want to call it, that's okay. As long as we're getting to the place where we're helping the seeds germinate and we're watering, because we're all plants, and music is light. Light is frequency and color. And all of that is what, makes life happen in this realm we call Earth. So the music is very important. So what's one of the reasons why I put that out there and let people hear the drums. And the drums that I play, by the way, a lot of people have been asking, what kind of drums are those? Those are conga drums. And I've been playing those since I was a child. And conga drums were created for information. They're like cell phones, right? They actually, when you play them, it's a language that goes through the forest. It travels really far through the forest, and it may get to another village, and then they play the rhythm and send it to another village and another village. So the instruments that I specialize in, those particular ones are for language, and the rhythms that I was playing and that I play are messages of whatever it is we're attempting to emit. Now, if you go back to the 70s, you notice almost all of the black music has conga drums and they're up loud. Why? Because it was always a reminder of our root and where we're from. They're messenger drums. It's different than djembes. Djembes a different thing. That's for like celebration, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Things that's got to do with, somebody's married, there's a wedding, there's a new child. Congas are for information. And today you don't hear a lot of congas in the music because somebody made it where let's just dance and party instead of all this deep information. But the 70s music was the music of information. It's about giving a message. So when I come out and play those drums, and I'm going to do more and more of that, it's about giving a message that you can feel. You may not understand the language with your ears, but you can feel it with your body. And it was so great, Brother Rich, that, before the show, I was sitting back there because I had no idea what I was going to do. I never really know. I can't plan this thing. Mm-hmm. And I get a call. Sister Azare calls. She said, well, what's going on? What's happening? I understand there's something going on today. I said, where you at? Well, I'm over by such and such. She happened to be in the neighborhood. I said, come by this place. Come by, to the backstage. Mm-hmm. She walks in. I says, listen, would you like to sing? Because she's the one that did the vocals on I Allow. And she's a bad vocalist from Detroit. She's really, really good. And she says, okay, I would be honored to do that. So she pops up. And then I get another call from Dion Ferris. Oh my God, I couldn't get no ticket. I just got off of doing this and that. And what's happening? I want to get into this the gathering of the masters. I said, well, look, won't you come to the back door and meet me? So she pops up and I said, listen, we're going to do the song I Allow. Why don't you come do the song with us? She says, you mean we're going to the studio? Because, we're talking about putting her on there's another version of I Allow coming out. And it's, I've been looking to see how I want to do it. And she was like, you want to go to the studio tonight? I said, no, we're going on the stage. Would you come to the stage? And she came out and that magic began to happen. And if those of you who know who Dion Ferris is, that's the one who did The Penny with a Hole in It. And, she was like, she still is a very powerful singer. So we had these two powerful sisters on the line. And somebody was asking, oh, by the way, they said, how do you spell Azare? It's Azarae. Go check out her Instagram. She does a lot of gigs. If you're looking for a singer to do gigs, she is off the chain. She's won several awards and things, and she's an amazing artist. Dion Ferris is world famous. And it was great to have them come up and share and bring that feminine essence and start crooning into that next realm. But what was happening was a convergence, and some of y'all felt it. We were all together creating a convergence. And a convergence is when energies all come together in one. It wasn't planned. I had no idea what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. It just began to happen. And to feel the people respond and to feel that electricity in the room is an amazing thing. So I would like to thank everybody who came, everybody who was there live, the folks who were there online, and the folks who weren't even there, who didn't even know about it, were receiving the energy. And this last week, Brother Rich, man, it's off the chain, man. I'm getting calls from all over the world. I mean, the Dr. B, who Dr. B was, that's shifted in just 7 days. So I'm so appreciative of the chance to do so many things. I mean, it's movie projects and all kinds of stuff. People want to know when is this happening? But what you have to do is step out of your own shadow.
Right.
We have to stop talking about how much had happened to us and realize that that's the fuel. And by folks coming and sharing at this event, we all became each other's fuel. It was like water. and everybody was drinking. The vendors, the sister had some collard greens and some black eyed peas. I said, that's why I want some. And they said, there's no collard greens here. It's only such and such. I said, no, there's some collard greens. And I went way in the back, and the sister was back there with those collard greens and the yams, and the food was spiced just right. I said, now this is soul food. The food was great. The vendors, there were vendors that were giving up gifts. And it was a little deep, brother, when, when it was time to take pictures and do the autographs and all that. Mm-hmm. Man, it was like 100 people.
I didn't know so many people would have wanted my autograph. They was asking for autographs. I'm like, you want my autograph? They was really out there asking for autographs, Dr. B.
You see, you's a star, bro.
I'm like,
you the new rock star on the block.
Hey, that's why I gotta be out here moving how I move. That's why if you know what a rock star is. Let's look at the definition of a rock star.
First, you gotta look at what a rock is, a mineral.
Oh yeah.
Everything on the planet is made of minerals and rocks are made of vibrations.
Well, you ain't gonna get a good
solidified light.
But one of the things about a rock star, y'all, is that you never could predict what they might do next. You don't want to be predictable in this world. They want to be able to calculate your every move. A rock star, you think they're going to do this, the next thing you know, they go in a whole different direction. Just because they had a feeling. I told Dr. B, man, we gave this mother, a clock. We said, Dr. B, you got to get on stage. He said, I don't look at no clocks. Who put this here? He said, that's opposition. I said, Dr. B started talking this shit. Me and King Simon trying to get Dr. B off stage. We trying to get Dr. B off stage. We like, Dr. B, you got to go. He's like, that's opposition. I ain't looking at no clock. But he knew he had to get off soon, but his spirit had to finish off one little last message. And he finished off that one little last message, and he got it out, and then he got off stage. But I told King Simon when Dr. B said that on stage, I said, King, I said, he's channeling Dick Gregory. Yep. I interviewed Dick Gregory, and I experienced the whooping of Dick Gregory. I said, Dr. B is channeling Dick Gregory. His mannerisms, his voice, his walk, his talk, everything. I said, that's Dick Gregory. I said, he's going to finish soon. He knows to finish soon, but he got to finish this message. So we left him alone. He did it. He finished off his musical message. Then he got off stage. But Dr. B, man, wonderful job. I know you got to go soon. I'm going to let you go soon, but I know you want to say a few words to King Simon. What's
what up? Oh, hey, Wagwan, my brethren. Me born me Palo Santo. Yeah.
Palo Santo.
Palo Santo.
I'm going to say it like my grandmother used to say it. Say, King Simon, you just a natural born mess. He's wild. I mean, he's just wild.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered wildness. Calm down, man. It's just almost too much for you. He's not human. He was just standing. Where did he go? He's in the booth. He's in the gazebo. He's backstage. King Simon.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the numbers were yesterday, and I know you probably have the numbers on yesterday, the mathematics. But it was a very unique event. It's a very unique time, y'all. And what I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. Now come back.
Dr. B, not only yesterday was a number 11 spiritual awakening day, but it was universally, it was a number 9 day, which it went to different heights. The day before was the feminine energy, which is the 8 energy all day. Yes, the day before was the 8 energy, which was the feminine, and they brought it, man. Even Queen of Four had women crying up in the front of the stage she did. She had a healing circle up there.
Yo, I got it. Real quick, yo, let me say this.
Go ahead.
I got to give a huge shout out to the sisters, the queens, the ladies, the goddesses that spoke. They did their thing.
They did their thing.
With the whole brain. What she has a name for it. The brain. I forget the name.
7 circuits of the brain. 7 circuits of the brain.
There's a program that she got. The brain. Something brain. And it come to my mind. But her PowerPoint Sister Myra was started using profanity up there. She was
Yeah,
so
cussing people out.
animated. Sister Myra was on fire. The Queen of Food came. She had it. Oh my God. The sisters
them all
came up on
together.
stage in the front.
Yeah.
Yo, they did such an
Yeah.
amazing
Yes, they
job.
did.
Oh
Yes, they
wow,
did.
y'all. When this video come out, y'all got this. Brains Balance. Thank you. The brain balancing program. June
Yes,
started
brain
breaking
balance.
down when she talked about the sacred geometry, the neuroplasticity of the brain, and changing the shape of the brain. Oh my God, family. Do y'all know what? Yo, go ahead, y'all. That's all this was amazing. Oh my God.
So both days were in line with female and male. The 8 is a female, the 9 is a male energy according to certain systems. So it was the sisters laid it out on the infinite level of understanding the importance of the divine femininity, and the men took off with that energy, and we was all in unison. So Brother Rich, we got to commend you and your beautiful empress for coming in together and making that. Even his son came through. Sirius was serious. And he was like ecstatic. He was like, what the heck is going on in here?
He came through for a little while. He made a brief appearance. Only a few people see him. He made a brief appearance. Yeah.
And Dr. B, when you came on, after we brought you on and you came on with your, it lit up the whole area. My energy just went, whoa, Dr. B about to bring fire.
He's a superstar.
Yeah,
I when I am doing
fire,
what I
fire
do,
up, fire.
When I'm being, when I'm Dr. Being serious,
Dr. B, that's right.
It's coming through me. I'm channeling. It's not something I can think about. It's like jazz. It's not something that's a loop. That's just, this is happening as you open up. And I didn't see the program. So I'm getting calls because I remember a little bit here and there because it's sketchy. When I went backstage, I basically fell out.
Yeah,
it was back there. I was like coming back too. I said, it's a deep thing.
He fell asleep.
I'm giving everything. I'm letting it. I'm not holding back anything. In each moment, I am allowing the right beings, the ones who are here with the message for now. And you got to be a cut selector. You got to be a good DJ, because there's a lot of entities and things that want to come through right now that will come through if you allow them. And they'll cause you to be disagreeable and talk about what we're not doing. So you got to become wise in each moment and only select those entities that are here to give information at this time. So I got two things to say, and then I'm going to go.
Oh, yes, brother.
One, I've been saying we're in a feminine cycle.
Yes, that's right.
And some people say, well, with the politics right now, everybody's voting for the female. It's not about the politics. It's about the universe right now and the way our solar system is tilted into the universe. We're in the photon band, which is full of these particles of light, which are they're like little, they're space creatures. They're biophotons, which are living creatures, and they're exciting the part of us that has been latent for the last 6,000 years. The feminine has got to rise. It's rising. It's not about a thing of us men letting it happen. I hear the men, we got to bring the sisters up. No. Shut up. The women the women are the ones who should be in charge of economy. Let the women do what they do. Men, we got to step back and just be there to support the situation. We don't have to lift them up. They're up. The sisters are together. I want to command all the sisters. I met so many powerful sisters this weekend. I saw the sisters huddling together. Sisters are having secret meetings because this is the time of the feminine energy. That's why it's raining like this. That's why you get these storms, because we're moving from that masculine cycle into a more feminine. And the feminine just means more open-hearted, more loving, more mutable, more agreeable, not fighting and killing first. We open with love. This weekend and last weekend before that, it's been all about love and nurturing and supporting, and not this, all this, fighting and competition. We got to step back. Stop competing. Stop trying to be something. Just be it. Be yourself. Our names need to become nouns. I mean, a verb. Action. You need to have action with our words. So Dr. B's name is actually Dr. Being, Serious. I just cut the ing off because it didn't, it wasn't resonating. Being. What are you being in each moment? So I just want to say thank you once again.
Thank you.
And I would like to ask y'all.
Yes, sir.
What happened? So I keep hearing Dr. B, you did this, you did that. I'd like to hear from y'all's point of view what happened, because I haven't seen it yet. I need to see the footage. I need to watch this guy. I just know it felt good because it was, so much loving energy. But give me just an idea of what happened. What was the alchemy that happened when Dr. B was on stage? Give me a little insight.
You want me to go first, Rich, or you?
Yeah, go first, because I'm trying to do something. You go ahead.
Bro, as as an MC, we always watch what happens right after we bring on somebody. And I've been doing that for years. And all of us that came on that stage had like over 20 years plus in doing what we do. And to see how as soon as I brought you on, you came on. What's the name of that drum you had with you, brother? What was the name of that?
Buffalo drum.
The buffalo drum. You had that drum, and that stimulated a whole nother energy to the point my spirit had to just get off and watch what you was about to do. And it's not, sometimes when you're MC and you got to run around from different places and want to make sure I'm making sure Rich is all right, want to make sure his wife is all right. I'm going around talking to vendors and making sure they all right, or shouting them out. I had to stand there and see what you was about to do. It was so powerful because you already given us the heartbeat, because the heartbeat is the original drum inside of us. So you already started tapping into our heart chakra immediately. And that's what I got from the time I jumped off that stage. When I brought you on, I said, oh man, I couldn't even move for a good, Rich, I couldn't move for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I was in a trance and I said, yo, I got things to do. What am I doing here? But yeah, Doc, man, always, brother. Matter of fact, you through what you're doing, I bought a djembe drum right now. A djembe drum right now is still in my because of you. So I know from the first time I seen you lick those drums, like we used to say in Jamaica, I licked them drum there. Pop, pop, pop. I said, oh yeah. I had to go buy me one. And I bought it from the New Black Wall Street. But Dr. B, so much people was like right there on their feet. But as soon as you walked in, everybody jumped up on their feet. And I was like, I caught the pictures on Instagram. I caught the picture. I caught the drum. So it's on Instagram, bro. Yeah. Ooh, oh, you snatched it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, you got it. Oh, yeah. I need that link, Rich. I need that link to watch it over. Yes.
Yeah. I had a private YouTube link for the family. I'm getting ready to take it down so I could send everybody the official video. But I had a private YouTube link so everybody could chat and everybody's familiar with the whole setup. And it was amazing when Dr. B was on stage. And sometimes you got to understand, because we only seeing a very small percentage of the light spectrum, we have to remember that certain individuals can say few words and be so powerful. And it's because there's a light to them that we can't see, but we can see, that we can feel. Feeling is another form of seeing. So we're seeing it instead of seeing it. With Dr. B's energy, we see it, but we also see it. So we're seeing it in a different sense by feeling it. And his energy is a very electric energy. It's not just some people call it entertainment. It's bigger than entertainment. It's bigger than him being a comedian. It's bigger than him being charismatic. It's electric. And you feel it all over the universe.
And magnetic.
Yeah, magnetic. Yeah, I'm sorry, electric and magnetic.
And magnetic,
and like I tell him all the time, I know who I am, I know who he is, and I know who Billy is. And that's why I came up with the idea during the darkness for the blueprint for God power. I said, hold up. I said, wait a minute. I said, if me, Dr. B, and Billy Carson get together, because Billy got a quiet electromagnetism to him. Like it's quiet, but he gets you could feel it when he gets in his bag. And I'm like, if all three of us get together, it's gonna be like something we never seen before. And it was one of the most successful workshops of all time. It was absolutely amazing. The whole world tuned in to God Power 1 and 2. So, Dr. B, you got a certain energy. You don't see it because you in it. You might not, the unfortunate part, let me say this, the unfortunate part about being who you are, Dr. B, is that you may not get to appreciate and understand your greatness until after you leave this realm. And it's just part of your contract, brother. Because since you're in it, part of the agreement is you don't fully understand it, because if you fully understand it, you may lose some of the power of it. Cambada told me that one time. So you may never understand fully the power of exactly what you bring, because then you'll lose some of it. But brother, trust me, man, you bring something that we can't see, Dr. B. We cannot see, and the English language is not suitable for. That's how I was of Dr. B and what he brought to the stage and what he brings to humanity.
Woo! Oh man,
Well,
gosh,
just before I go on the stage, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it or not. And when you're humble like that and you're open, the ego sometimes I'm about to blow these people's minds. See, something happens, it cuts off your energy.
Cuts off. Yep.
I'm back there in a state like a child, wondering how am I going to pull this? Are the energies and the entities and the ancestors going to come through me? But it was so much in the room. I was channeling the room. I was channeling everybody and everything that was coming through, because everybody was on that stage. It wasn't just Dr. B on stage. And I always love to listen to people like y'all and hear, what could I do better? How can I make this better? How can I help more? So I'm always open to that. And I love all of y'all. I love the energy and the synergy. And we're at a place right now where we're channeling at a different level. And we are, I debuted the song The Sun. Is coming out soon, which is featuring one of the top guitar players and artists on the planet right now, a brother named Keb Mo, Kebmo.
Yes,
amazing. He has a song called Put a Woman in Charge that I play percussion on. You need to check it out. He did it 2 years ago, and it's talking about how the feminine energy has to take over. So, the song The Sun is about an alignment between Sirius, the sun, and the earth, which is happening right now. And I played it on 888 purposely, because that alignment happens between the 3rd of July and 888. So I'm glad that y'all liked it. It'll be out soon, so make sure you go. It's going to be on the website elevationtime.com. Elevationtime.com.
Okay.
We've got a bunch of music, and since this last week, I've decided I've got a lot of music that's coming out, and it's all going to be tuned to these sacred frequencies. And we are the sacred frequency. We're not waiting for the sacred frequency to happen. It's not about playing or singing or doing anything. It's about being. So if we all can remember to be, let's just be ourselves. And like I said, stop listening to opposition. Stop talking about what they're doing. Get out of pointing the finger and blame and the whole thing of being a victim. If we don't shed that skin, if we don't crack that shell like the nymph does when it becomes a dragonfly, and pump the water, the swamp water from the past, all the drama into our wings, we'll never fly. Yes, things did happen, but it's the anger and the sorrow and the grief that we all have. I remember, brother King Simon, when I did the Ask Dr. B class, when I was doing the interviews. And I walked in to do, you wanted to get a subconscious alignment on the show. Some of y'all need to check it out. Ask Dr. B, King Simon.
Yeah, on Forbidden
Knowledge. Into the place, and he's already on the couch, laid out.
On the couch.
He was already on the laid out on the couch. And most of us, we need to be on the couch, laid out, ready, right?
Open
ready,
for it.
Because there'll be no resurrection without death. We've got to die to our own self. You've got to go in the cave, and you got to be ready to be up and fishing 3 days later. Right. That story ain't got nothing to do with just the Bible. That's got to do with you going internal, into the darkness, into the shadow, where the darkness is, as Brother Rich talks about, the shadow stuff. That's where it's all at. The place that a lot of folks are scared of, and they want to just go in and act like they're in. And no, when you in there, you can't say, I'm about to go into my shadow self. Shit don't happen like that. This shit comes over you. It takes over. You fall out. You got to fall out sometime. You got to cry. You got to scream. You got to be ready to let go. And one of the things that we were doing this weekend was letting go of the past. We were all connecting on another level. We were letting the drums, the vibration, the heartbeat from the center, from the beginning to the end, all happen at one time. And when you are ready to do that, music, vibration, the universe, the omniverse, this whole thing is an orchestra. And what you orchestrated, Brother Rich, I have never seen anything like it. I don't even know how you did it. In fact, I saw security everywhere. They had their hands in their pocket. Well, they didn't have to. They was ready for, but nothing's happening. That was out of line. People were helping each other. And I'm so glad that King Simon told people, don't be afraid to pick up something. If there's trash on the ground,
yes, sir.
Pick it up.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't see any trash on the ground. People were picking up. People were helping each other.
Just a little bit, yeah.
You know, folks was in line to get autographs crying. People were emitting all their, because they were just, they've been through so much to get here. And they were happy to see this. And Brother Rich, I want to just say, you know, you are amazing. Your wife, your son, I already saw him. I don't think he walks. I see his feet don't really touch the ground. No, seriously. He floats. He looked, you was trying to introduce him to me. He looked at me with one eye. The other eye was still on the game. He looked at me, you think you serious? I'm serious.
I'm born this way.
Hey, Doc, man. Doc, I want to say thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on tonight. And I look forward to connecting with you soon, Doc.
And call me tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely gonna holler at you tomorrow. Leave your contact information. We're gonna show the people this drumming right now. Leave your contact information for anybody who's interested in getting your herbs, my brother.
Elevationtime.com. Go to elevationtime.com and follow me. We have a YouTube channel. You know, you can go to Dr. B, DOCTAH, the letter B, Sirius, SIRIUS, and Dr. B Sirius on YouTube, and elevationtime.com is where we have the music. Go get the music. The vibrational healing medicine music is right now, and it's online. So thank you very much for all of your, you know, everyone, and give yourselves a round of applause. Brother Rich, let's talk tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, got you.
All right,
talk to you tomorrow, Dr. B.
Thank you.
Talk to you, bro.
Thank you.
All right, later.
All right.
All right, peace.
Shout out to let me fix this. Shout out to Dr. B, my brother Dr. B. We got I want to bring on King. I want to bring on so we can
bring the family on. Bring the family on. Bring the family on. Q in the building.
We in here.
The red pill.
You know, before
yes.
You said something about Dr. B being magnetic. Him being born January 5th. The 5 is a magnetic number, and then his alignment, when you add that 1 plus the 5, which is a 6, that's also a magnetic number in numerology. So he has that magnetism, man. And he really pulled everybody in with that.
Rich.
Hold up, Red. I want to give because Q's a little busy.
Yes,
but, he said he agreed to come on real quick just to give his testimony. So Q, I want to let you start out. I know you enjoying your night, my brother. So I don't want to keep you long. But Q, man, I appreciate you coming through. Every time I seen you, you was busy at your booth, my brother. How was your weekend at Gathering of the Master, my brother Q?
The best thing I can compare it to was the Million Man March. I was 9 years old.
Talk heavy.
And I remember people picking up their trash. I remember the blind walking with those who can see. Family, there was a blind man, a blind couple there, husband and wife, and they were moving around like it was never an issue.
Never an issue. Facts.
If you wasn't there, there's no words to describe it. Because the video can only capture so much. The energy, family. The energy to see a line full of women trying to go to the bathroom but letting the elders go first. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. So the best thing I can say is it's only up from here.
Oh yeah,
we cracked the code.
Oh yeah,
thank us. It was truly incredible. I mean, I have to restore it now in a bat like a jacuzzi with the socks, with the socks, because it was so much spiritual knowledge. It was beating me down in the best way. It was giving me the way I wanted. It was giving me what I needed. And I'm just going back to Mama Wata. I'm connecting with the salts just to infuse all that I done gained this weekend, family. It was truly, truly, truly one of the best experiences.
Yo, Q, before you leave, I'm tapping in with your Blue Lotus tea tonight. Q blessed me with some of his Blue Lotus tea. And I advise all y'all to get some of his Blue Lotus tea. I'm gonna tap in with it tonight. But like the brother say, it was absolutely amazing, and that's a hell of a compliment to say the last time he experienced this energetically was the Million Man March. But it was an amazing event. We had blind people there, elderly, young. I mean, all types of people was there, man. But yeah, Q, before you get out of here, my brother, tell the people how they could reach you for some of your products and service. And one thing I want to say also before Q leaves, it's important when you come to an event like this to recharge after the event. Like Dr. B was saying, he fell asleep after speaking. Dr. B was in the back room. In his room, we had room for the speakers, and he was just laid out sleeping like that. You have to recharge because so much is going on energetically. What I do personally, family, is I when I shower, I take real cold showers. If I'm around a lot of people, I read in a book one time that gets rid of psychic energy or whatever, and it just calms you down. It kind of reboosts. It does something amazing to you. So I get in like real cold water, and it just charges you back up if you're low on energy. And it's just different things. We use differently. Q's in the jacuzzi. You could take a cold shower. You could get rest. You could do what you got to do, family. But recharge. Make sure you recharge because there was just so much energy around during this weekend. But Q, my brother, with that being said, leave your contact info so the people can reach out to you.
For sure. QReeves.com. CUE.
Put it in the chat.
Like to Q in you to try to Q in your higher self. Q. CUE. Like a cue ball. CUEREAVES, like to receive the Q. QReeves.com. I got my wool hat on right now, kind of covering, giving my third eye a break right now. That's why I know y'all like, why you got a hat on in the jacuzzi? It's 100% wool,
with New York on it. With New York on
it.
You know
what I'm saying? I know it's a deep thing, family.
Right.
With my cotton, you know what I'm saying? With my cotton, we ain't gonna use the term because I don't like the other words. But either way. You know, we in this thing. QReeves.com, subconscious regressions, Blue Lotus tincture, Blue Lotus tea. Thank y'all.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Q. Thank you, Q.
I love y'all.
All right.
Love you,
brother.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, I'm glad Q touched on that real quick. Let me just say this one thing. I make sure I cover up my crown when I'm in large gathering areas and I wear the cap. So I just wanted to say that. But go ahead, y'all. Red Pillar.
Thanks, brother. Rich. I still got the bottle, man. Rich took care of us backstage, yo. Rich took care of us backstage.
That's good. That's good. Everybody get treated like the masters that they are. You know what I mean? You know how that go. But shout out to everybody on the panel.
Urban X.
Shout out to Urban X. Black Dot.
Everybody had this shirt. Everybody had this shirt on.
That's the shirt. That was the shirt of the whole event right there.
Yep.
They Dapper Dan the whole event. Everywhere I turned, they had the Black Dot Urban X shirt for the Gathering of the Masters. That goes down in history. That's a collector's item.
Yeah,
forever.
Value. Remember, we're gonna talk about value tonight. We're gonna talk about value and what we represent as a value people, right? You mentioned something about people wanting your signature, right, Rich?
Yeah.
Everybody wants
signature is the new value, right? Signatures are the new value proposition. What they call music could never be free and it can never go out of style because your signature is always worth money. So don't ever let these people lie to you and tell you that CDs are dead. I got 100 CDs on, and I'm almost down to about 10 of them, bro. CDs are not dead. The minute I put my autograph on a CD is worth $1,000. Okay, because NFTs messed up pictures and whatnot. Regular pictures, the real value is in your autograph because a person could say that they know you, but your autograph will show that they not only did they support you, but you supported them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
And then they had a party, man. I was watching. I couldn't make it down there. I know people wanted me to do what I did at the 4-Minute Knowledge Awards, but after doing what we did at Rich Play, oh man, I could not come down to that party. But I heard y'all turned it out. It was litty. I loved it. I love what you did, Red. We kept it going.
Man,
how you feel about that, bro?
Your family. I was too tired.
Yeah,
I was exhausted, and Red just took it over. He said,
Yeah.
"Rich, yo, make the let me do it. Make the announcement. Share with the family." I said, "Red, you got it. Go ahead." Red did it. He held it down. I seen the clips on Red's Instagram. They had a ball. So many people went with it. Y'all seeing right now on the screen, Yaki Awaken. But Red, tell us about the after party, man. How was it, my brother?
Man, the after party was magical. The after party was mastery. You know, in the tradition of the gathering of the masters, we strong in. I say, yo, I have to do something to test my mastery. And so many people were coming up to me about an after party because they know that I'm the lit god. And they were like, yo, Red, where is it at? We're in Atlanta. We're in the ATL. Like, we in the A, brother. Like, what's popping? And I didn't want to overstep any boundaries in this whole situation. I know that Rich is a Virgo. Where's the Virgo at? But once we knew that the event was going the way that it's supposed to go, then we began to have the conversation about closing out the weekend with a ceremony, not necessarily having an after party the first day. Because if we would have had an after party the first night, when them doors opened up at 2 p.m., that line wouldn't have been as long and vibrant as it was on Sunday. You had to be mindful of that. We are still out here to learn and to earn and to build and to network. So I said on the last day, my spirit would have just felt, I would have been so I would have been lit. I would have been out of, you know what I mean? My thumbs would have been hurting from counting the ones. But my consciousness would have been like, yo, we didn't give them people a party, yo. It would have been weighing heavy on my soul. So we put something together in a few and you know, in some time, right? I tested myself, but I said my willpower, my determination, my mastery, who we are, because we will things into existence. If we say that we want to do it, we do it. I came to you, King Simon. I said, make the announcement. I'm gonna get you the address as soon as I get the phone call. You know what I mean? They told me they price. I sent that in the deposit right on the spot.
Immediately.
Feel me? Then people
big up to Julian.
Yeah, big up to Julius, who came through with 640, you know, melanated owned venues only. We only spend money with our own people. I was able to put a nice amount of money in that brother's pocket on a Sunday evening. We were able to get a DJ come out of nowhere. This brother was nice too as a DJ. We manifested that. We manifested a venue. We manifested beverages. We manifested food. We manifested talent. And we had a showcase. There was one for the ages. And we were shaking a leg. And we were turning up. So that was the way to say we made it. We believed in ourselves. We took this chance. We made it to Atlanta. Now it's time to party and to quote unquote feed our ancestors, give thanks to our ancestors, because that's how they doing ritual. That was a ritual.
You know, Red, what's so funny? I was just speaking about universally that August 11, 2024 added up to a 9, and Scorpio is connected to the number 9. So for you to do that, it had to happen on that day, not the day before. It had to happen on that 9 connected to that Scorpion energy.
Man, I'm so glad that I'm glad that we believed in one another. I'm so glad that this event took place. I'm so glad that I was here to witness it and be a part of it. I'm so glad that I finally got to meet thousands of people who I've never had the pleasure of meeting in real life, because y'all be thinking meeting me is lit, but meeting y'all is lit because I benefit off. I need the charge. I need the hug. You know what I'm talking about? I need the acknowledgement. I need a few little, because they like whispering in your ear and telling you magical things. So we are exchanging real energy.
and it was a real charge up.
You remember, Red, that we climbed that mountain. Me, you, Blue, and Rich climbed that mountain when we first came into town and moved there officially.
We did our ritual.
We
did our ritual, right? But if you ask
Yep.
Black Dot in 2010, we climbed that mountain. Yeah,
Mhm.
peace to Black Dot. In 2010, with the Ghetto Shaman, we was climbing Stone Mountain when we came out here, and we ritualized it. So we came back in 2022. We ritualized it. We ceremoniously consecrated the Crystal Mountain, and it gave us what we had this strong in. And it was also the anniversary of hip hop, right? Hip hop turned 51 on that day, right? Yeah. So I had to have an event where music was being played. I wanted to do more music wise yesterday, but we did what we did what we was able to do, and it was historical. And yesterday, the whole strong end will go down in history. History, you feel me? And Rich, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for him to come back on camera.
Yeah. And
I saw the huh?
You say it again?
I'm here, Red. Go ahead, Red. What's up?
Hey, Red.
You know how they have the blockbuster movies from Marvel? There was like Avengers 1, then they had Avengers Civil War, where it's like, oh shit, it's 2 teams of the Avengers. Then there was Avengers with Thanos, where it was all of them come together. And then no other movie could top that. It just went down from there at Marvel
until
right.
We had people from New York. It was like they took a China bus down there. We have mad people from the New York era.
Yep.
We had Uncle Hank out there.
Yep.
We had Ross Ben and them out there. We had Monique out there. This felt like LIU, Nicholas, National Black Theater, 125th across the street. Huh?
St. Francis College, all of it together.
St. Francis College, Marcus Garvey in Brooklyn. When I see it was teaching in Marcus Garvey, right there on Church Avenue.
That's right. That's right.
You were able to converge all of these places into one quote unquote area, and it almost took it out of its time space continuum. Like we were in Atlanta, but we weren't in Atlanta.
But we weren't. That's what it felt like. It felt like we were in Atlanta, but we weren't in Atlanta. Right.
We weren't really in Atlanta. We were in our own world. We were in our own arc. We were in our own quote unquote sacred space.
Yep.
And in that sacred space, we were doing our own economics. We were sharing our own information. We have our own superstars. We got our own supercells amongst us. You know what I mean? Like we don't.
Red, hold up, Red. This is what I'm saying. If I get exactly what you're saying about we were in Atlanta, but it felt like we weren't in Atlanta.
Yeah.
This portal that we open.
Yeah.
We could take this anywhere in our life if we're able to tap into the magic of the darkness. Right. And I was talking to Dr. B earlier about us not being scared of when we hear the word darkness or hear the word black, because that's where everything is grown. Yeah, we're intimidated, but that's where all my ideas come from, Red. Yep. Every idea, every Holy Ghost album, everything I've done. My lady, I've been with her for 19 years. She came from the effing darkness. Right. My son, all of that, bro. Right. But we're so scared about the whole, just, oh my God, dark, black, oh, black magic, oh, darkness, oh my God. Black means this or that. Like, bro, this is where it all comes from, man. I understand we have to learn to separate cosmic information from financial, from the law, from and it's all intertwined, but we got to understand context, because in certain contexts, black needs to be used in a positive light. In certain contexts, black may be used in a negative way. But because we don't understand the word context in this English language, we take one word and we just use it universally all the way through. And it's not supposed to be like that, brother.
You know, what set off the party energy was
they don't get it. They don't get it.
Kim Woodson, Sister Kim, that's running the New Black Wall Street with doing the coordinators. She set off that party energy also, brother. Remember, she had the women up there doing all the steps and the dance. Big
that
up
was
to
fire.
Kim
That was
that went
fire.
on.
That was fire.
Yeah, she
Shout out
really
to
set
her.
it up on both days, man. And she's a Scorpion also. Go figure that one out. So,
Yeah.
Sister Kim is she's lit. She's lit.
And
She's from Ghana too.
shout out to Blue Pill with all the food.
Oh man,
The nourishment.
I had the Hebrew sisters there with the food. I had two families there with food. Blue had Wadada was there.
Wadada, I saw
Shout
Wadada.
out to Wadada.
That was the highlight of my strong. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, so a lot of people did. The food was amazing. Like I said, family, it was just an amazing weekend, and I'm glad that Black Dot, like we said with Black Dot, everybody had his t-shirt on. Yo, if y'all would have seen Red Pill shirts, the with Bobby Hemmett, Dr. Africa, all the ancestors that passed away, he got like this ancestor series shirts. I should have wore tonight.
Yeah, the Master Teacher
I got
collection.
the Master Teacher collection. But man, everything was just so on point. Just shout out to everybody. Shout out to security. They actually turned away. It was actually about 7 people that they had to turn away with guns. There was about 7 people. And this is Georgia.
This is Georgia. It's happening.
So it's just different. It's nothing like it's not like they was gonna do something. People just
they
just
wear
carry,
guns out here. Yeah, they wear guns.
They carry their shit. So shout out to security for turning the people away. And of course there's always people trying to be slick and get in for free, but it's all good. That's just a couple of people. But they was out there as well with the excuses and with the the stories and all of that. But I just want to tell people, just like I said with the lady earlier, and I hope she emails me, you can't trick yourself. You can't trick your spirit. Sometimes you think you tricking everybody. Let's say you somebody said, a brother says, oh, this is, let's say, let me just hold up Dr. B's platinum elixir. Let me get rid of this, right? Let me make a point real quick.
Okay.
Let's say Dr. B says is selling this platinum monatomic elixir. Yeah. And you say, how much is that, Dr. B? I would love to get some. And Dr. B says, well, this is $70. And you sent him $30, and he doesn't realize you sent him $30. And shout out to Sharif Bey right there. Yeah. And you sent him $30, and he doesn't say anything. And you like, shit, I got away with $40. I ain't even gonna tell the brother that, man. Shit, I'm gonna save that for you got away with getting this, but your spirit knows that you didn't have belief.
Right.
You thought that you was poverty. You thought you had a poverty mindset.
Thinking in lack.
For thinking in lack. And that's going to affect you even bigger than the gain of $30.
Than the blessings, that you could have got.
Wealth is psychological. And I was talking to Minister Jew about wealth is psychological. It doesn't matter how the economy is going, because some of the richest people get rich during the depression and the recession because they have these brilliant ideas. But family, don't cheat yourself in the future. Think you're saving $1 or $2. Well, some people came in the last 15 minutes. Hey, can I get it for free now? There's only 15 minutes left. I'm like, no, it don't work like that.
Always do
it's 20 minutes left, Brother Rich. Can I get it now? No, it don't work. Family, do not cheat yourself. You have to have a wealth mentality. I don't know how we got into that mentality in this consciousness and this information, but it happened. It's whatever was meant to happen. But family, do not cheat yourself. If you feel like something is worth it, invest in it and invest in yourself, family.
Rich, you know what's so funny? You said that about Dr. B's product. That day, remember Dr. B was hanging in the background during the women's conference. And I was set up in front of his booth, me, Golda, and my son with Sister Millie. And you know what? Somebody left $20 on the floor at Dr. B's. The next morning, we see the $20. Sister Golda, a.k.a. Sister High Heels, picked up the $20. And first it came to her mind to keep it. And then she said, no, Dr. B was in that booth. And she saved it for Dr. B to give Dr. B the money. And she made a whole lot of circulation right after that with her candles. Right on my table, because he gave from her heart, said, let me give this back to Dr. B, since that it was found in his boot while she was steaming her clothing. And that's what Rich is talking about. She just got much more from just that, and more clients for her spa, her massage spa right here in Stone.
And family, I see somebody said, don't do it. Karma's a bitch. I'm not big on karma, and I don't think there's somebody out there punishing you. I don't believe in that. King Simon Red Pill may have a different opinion. I don't believe there's a karma's out there to punish you. I believe you're punishing yourself just by your mentality,
right?
By your limited thoughts. You're punishing yourself. There's not a God punishing you, and that's a part of a religion. You're punishing yourself by believing that there's limited resources or that you can't obtain more money.
Can't manifest.
So it's not even about somebody punishing us. It's about us punishing ourselves and us limited. Self-infliction. Yeah.
And whoever said that, you got to remember the word karma only means cause and effect. Stop giving it to bitch. Stop giving. You got to remember karma could be a beauty queen or a bitch. It's up to you. It's balance.
That is a fact.
How you take it. That's what Rich is trying to tell you, because it only means cause and effect. That's it. It don't mean the only cause is negative. Everybody always say karma's a bitch, karma's a bitch. I said I like Karma, the beauty queen. She's fine as hell with me. Come and kiss me, but come lay in my bed. That's what I want to do with Karma. You know what I'm saying? And big up to Sister Karma, of course.
Shout out to Karma.
She came out to the event too. Big up to her and her father. But but they beautiful. Karma is a beautiful thing. Even when I break down the numbers on karma, it's a beautiful thing. So don't mess up with karma. It's just like money. Money is the frequency of 22. And that's why my man, Reverend Ike used to say, what money is like a woman. And if you caress that money and make that money feel good, it's going to keep on coming back to you. Let it keep on coming. 22 is a powerful number to have. But if you use it and abuse it, then they will run from your backside if you use it and you abuse it. So, hey, I love money. Give me a hug, buddy, every day.
Indeed. Shout out to as we talk, I just want to show the sister Jew Pukram. She did an absolutely magnificent job. Shout out to Dr. Jew Pukram. And she actually texted me today, but I was so tired. I was asleep. I didn't text her back. I'm gonna text you back tomorrow, Dr. Jew Pukram. But shout out to Dr. Jew Pukram for agreeing. Like I said, one of the hardest parts was just to get everybody on board at the same time, family.
Yeah.
But like I said, I have so much integrity in these streets that the speakers, they really F with me. They really like, I'll do that for you. It was the same thing with Panic. Panic didn't go on a lot of shows, but he always went on my show. He always supported. Whatever I asked Brother Panic, he's like, he's not big on panel. He wasn't big on panels, and rest in power to him. But if I asked him to come on a panel with Billy and Dr. Valentine, he would do it. So, and that's just for me following my path. And part of my path as an 8, we're talking about karma as a number 8. We have to be real. We're so powerful when it comes to what we put out there. We have to be aware because it'll come to us faster, good or bad. So I got to put good out there so good will come back to me fast. And because of that, so many speakers, they vibe with me, and they're, if I ask them for a favor or ask them to do something, they're going to do it because they know I'm good and they know I'm going to support them in their business. So, rest in power to Panic, and just shout out to Jew Pukram and everybody, like I said, once again, for agreeing to be on the Gathering Mass, and everybody who agreed to then as well. I didn't mention Griff. Shout out to Griff and Soleil. They was in the building.
Big ups. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Griff and Soleil. Rosben, like I said, KT, the arch degree, was in the imagine having KT, Dr. B Serious, and Yaki Awaken in the building at the same time with healing products. Yo, do y'all realize? Did y'all hear what I just said? Hold up.
And Uncle Hank sitting right there. Across from him. Right.
They were all in the same room. Right there was Yaki on the left, KT on the right, Hank right there, Red Pill right there. Like, yo, I don't know if y'all realize, all in person. Yeah, listen, Sister Myra on the side doing readings, holding people's hand. Griffin Soleil on the other end. Black Dot with clothing
right in his family.
No, it was insane.
Aquarius Maximus in there doing Aquarius Maximus. Her mom was there doing reading. Nina. All of them was there. You had generations of people there, from young to old, old to young. All of it was there, bro. All of it was there. You had the
This was the Avengers for Thanos. This was the Thanos. Yeah, this was the whole All of the super rules was outside.
Shout out to the brother. A brother from one of the tribes gifted me an eagle feather, and I was running around with an eagle feather. If y'all see pictures with me,
Oh, I see you
I
with
had
the
an
eagle
eagle
feather.
feather.
All right.
A brother from one of the tribes. He said it's it's especially gifted to certain individuals, and he gifted me with an eagle feather. There's some that the eagles do where they flap their wings, and a lot of feathers they lose a lot. It's not like they kill the eagles, but the eagles do something where they lose a lot of
feathers.
Yeah, they shed their feathers, and the people they take it and they use it for certain purposes. And I was gifted an eagle feather, so I appreciate it. And everybody else who gave gifts, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I want to give a gift. I want to speak.
Brother.
I want to speak. I want to affirm. I want to speak something into affirmation. Two things.
Yes, sir.
Right? All right. So one, I want to speak into existence the gathering of the masters as a road show, right? Meaning that it will move around and it will go across the world, not just in one place, but it will go around the world. That is something that I want to see take place very, very soon, because I know that the world needs it. And I know that there's a global movement, not just a local movement. There's a global movement of consciousness, because so many people, they've even been asking me to ask you about taking this thing on tour, you know. And another thing that I also want to speak into existence as an affirmation is the fact that, it would be 2 or 3 more of the gathering of the masters. And then the next one will be the gathering of the quote unquote community or the village. There was a lot of people that did not want to go home, and they said that they were willing to stay and invest in their own version of what a community is to them, because people have been waiting for that day that we just passed all of their lives. Just to be amongst the people who they've been watching, who are their heroes, and amongst a community who they've been chatting with and chopping it up with on their phones in the chat room, to be in a place with them in real life, and then to feel like the solutions that they've been looking for is right there. It's like, oh, so we supposed to just go home now? Supposed to just go back home now. Y'all fucking with us? That's what we about to do. But they ready to go. They ready to go. And I'm ready for them to go too. You know what I'm talking about? I'm ready to go with them. I'm ready to go with them. We all we got, we all we need. And we saw that, we felt that. It's a dry run. It was a dry run. But give us 3 more times, that it could be a reality where nobody got to go home after the event is over.
That's right.
That's what they call conscious community. I'm sorry, but if they say
go ahead.
Conscious community, a community is we live together, we rock out, we wake up and we see one another. On the weekends, we get fresh, we get fly, we get clean, we smell good, and we go to a marketplace. You have to create marketplaces, create villages create towns create cities. It's done through the culture. We are the culture. When you open your mouth, it is ye are rich. When you open up your mouth, that is wealth. You're creating wealth. You are breaking the quote unquote wealth chains. All right. Things that you think in existence. Brother Rich, he manifested this event, this now a quote unquote brand in his mind. This is mental magic. He manifested this in chaos magic, more than likely, with that Henny in a system.
Y'all bother Rich. Don't bother.
Anything is bound to happen.
Red wine.
Red wine. Yeah, that red wine. But
red wine. As long as it ain't red rum, it's red wine.
But I look, I was with Rich on the 4th of July. On his estates. Rich. I was on the Merida Estates. Rich
Merida Estates.
Rich is pulling from a place in the universe that is very unique. We are in an enchanted forest on top of a crystal mountain. Just let us cook, y'all. I promise you, we are in a position to whereas we'll be able to do something that hasn't been done in a very long time. And walking away from the gathering of the masters, what it showed me is that we are who we have been looking for. Nobody else. Not your girl from Bangladesh, not Kamala and them. No one else who don't know us, who never talked to us, who ain't around us. No, the master teachers, the ones who laid it down, the plans and the instructions that was left behind by the ones who are amongst the pantheon of the ancestors, because we have a lot of them, like Dr. Sabi, like Dr. Drew Pulcrum, like Dr. Ben, you know what I'm talking about, like Dr. Blair. I could go on for days, but we all we got, we all we need, and all we have to do is figure out how we're gonna make more steps to solidify this thing and make this shit do what it needs to do. Because I want to wake up around y'all. You know what I mean? I want to go to sleep in areas knowing that I could look outside my window and the family is there. Not outside my window because I need space. But y'all there. You know what I mean? We need to be amongst one another, and we need to meet up more like that and build.
Yeah.
Like, I got a clip of the after party, Rich. I want the people to see how we was turned.
So what I would say to that, what I would say to that, Red, is that if the people are serious about that and manifesting that vision, it's like when you have a recipe for a cake or something, you can't skip steps. Yeah. And we want to skip steps 1 to 8 and immediately go to step 9 and be this big village in each other. A lot of us can't manage a family, our own individual family. And that's the first test. It's the same thing with polygamy. They say the brother who can maintain polygamy the best is the brother who's able to maintain one wife the best. But brothers skip that step. Brothers can't even handle one wife. They're like, nigga, I need 4.
I need 4 of these.
It don't work like that.
Mastery.
Because one woman is really 10 women.
That's right.
One woman is so women are so complicated, y'all. So they don't even they're chaos magic. They're not logical. They'll say shit. You be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's not what I said. And they'll just go off and you be like, yo, what the fuck? So listen, so my point is that we're skipping steps.
That's why I said 3 more times.
We want to not even just 3 more lectures. No, what I'm telling them, I want to tell them this real quick, Red.
Yes.
Don't look for no village if y'all can't even build your community within your household. Build your family structured first. Because when community starts getting built, and if I got something to do with it, listen, y'all can't come disrupting family structures, because there's going to be family structures just like there was in the Nation of Islam. Y'all build, but that's boring. Everybody wants the excitement, the spectacularness of this big. That's like some. Let me give you an example. There was a brother that used to always come to my table, and he told me, when I become a millionaire, oh, Rich, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna support you, and I'm gonna invest in you. He told me everything he would do when he's gonna become a millionaire. And in my mind, I said, he would tell me this for a whole year. And in my mind, I said, the brother never bought one DVD from me. He forgot about giving me $10 and buying a DVD. He missed that whole process.
That whole step right there.
That whole step. The brother never supported me. It was just talk. When I become a millionaire, I'm going to do this. And if I was older, I would have said, brother, don't wait till you become a millionaire. Just support me by spending $10 with me. But that wasn't dramatic enough. Right. We look for the dramatic, sensational shit.
Right.
Family. Build your family. Try your best. And I know it's hard out there for a lot of y'all. Try your best to build your family structure before we come up with this fantastical idea of this village. Right. Build your family structure. Fellas, get with a lady out there that got something going on. Ladies, get with a brother that got something going on.
Facts.
Do your best to be around your children, raise your children. If you can't be a full-time parent, if you can't, understand exactly why in the era we live in, but try to be as present. We got FaceTime now. You can FaceTime your children, once a day, once a week, whatever it is. Try your best to be present, but we have to work on our individual family first before we even talk about village. So that's why
right.
my idea is a digital village, because that's an easy step before an actual village. And that's something I'm going to build. I'm not calling it my own social media. I'm calling it a digital village. And like I told people before, that's something that I'm going to be working on. And y'all could y'all hear more about that in the near future. But family, we got to build our own individual family up first before anything. We got to.
No, I completely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. This strong end, I saw a lot of family members. I was meeting sisters who brought their fathers out. I
Yeah.
was meeting daughters who brought their mothers out. I was meeting daughter and mother teams and whatnot. And they were like, yo, we linked up from around the world just to be right here. Consciousness done the way that we saw this strong end will heal the melanated family. It will bring families together. It will help. One thing that I also want to point out, Brother Rich, because you spoke about it on your show about the need for this dating site. And I spoke about that as well with the conscious connections. And it was so glaringly apparent this strong end.
Oh yeah. It was. You know how many people came to me and asked me about that? Shout out. You know what? Shout out to the studs in the building. There was a lot of
Salute
studs.
to I was
The studs came out and showed support.
Yeah, they got the love. Stud love is real.
Shout out to all the studs in the building.
Yeah, they came through. They came through.
Y'all came through with a lot of support, and I really appreciate it.
Y'all seen Joe Pooker's twin bodyguards? That was
those sisters was powerful.
Yeah.
And just very respectful and very
respectful.
Just amazing sisters. So shout out to the twins. Shout out to the twins for doing what they do. Yeah,
that's funny you said that, man. They came and showed us love. I was signing autographs, taking pictures. I was doing all kinds of stuff, man. And and again, man, this, you know, what Rich is saying and what Red is saying, it all can work together if we all make it work. You know, I had my son out there, and he's all smiles like his father.
Oh, he was great, and he was showing teeth.
Yeah, he loved everything about it because he grew up in the Nation of Islam, watching that as a little boy, and how you introduce them, that's what they're used to. You know, so you got to introduce your children and they'll grow up. He's 32. He's my 32, 33 years of age now. So he's somebody who's been with me around since he was a child. So they know what their daddy do and what I've been doing, you know. So it's so important that we keep on showing. I love when Rich his son, because his son and your children, of course, Brother Red, reminds me of my children when they was growing up in the Nation, watching Khalid and watching all these people tear down the streets. I even called Baba Heru for his birthday to make sure he was all right on August the 9th. You know, he's getting older, you know, so you want these elders to really, you know, feel good about it. And I got Ashra Kwesi coming in. Y'all know I love showing support for the elders. So Ashra Kwesi is coming in with his wife. His daughter is going to be there. He's trying to bring his daughter into the fray. Of course, we're doing a tribute to Dick Gregory because, you know, Rich said he'll say a few words. Dr. B. Sirius said he'll say a few words and do what he, and we're going to be, I'm talking to Jeff to bring it to, that's the other one, the ballroom over there at the New Black Wall Street for October 13th also. So we're going to be there again. We're doing that again. Over there. Yeah, the other one, the ballroom near Sarge and
they had the documentary.
Yeah, over there. So because we got to have, you know, we want to do a tribute, man. Do it right. So. You know, but I'm glad, man. Thank you, Rich. You reopened that vortex in my mind because, you know, I went to Stone Mountain and kept it over there, but he reopened my vortex to do it there.
Damn, Rich, I forgot the last manifestation. Now I remember what it was. That they gave you the title and the deed to the New Black Wall Street and let you take over and run it as a true conscious mall, marketplace. And everything that the Mart 125th in Harlem used to be.
Yes. Wait a minute. Somebody said that.
They just handed things over to us. Me, you, King Simon, and let us just run that. Because what I saw this strong in was everything that when I walked in that mall for about 3 years, I've been coming to that mall. Yeah. I was like, yo, what if one day that I saw the New York vendors? What if one day if we saw conscious people from the YouTube world here, like filling these seats up, making money and doing it. And that is exactly it fit like Cinderella's foot in a slipper.
Yeah.
No, that's why they said that they never seen a crowd like that, because no other foot fits in that slipper. You showed me, Rich, what that mall is for. They should give you the deed. The billionaire owner just made transition. I'm literally like, if we
He's
got to
proud.
do a
He's proud.
petition,
He's
huh?
proud. He's proud of what happened. He's proud. I know.
Oh, he's smiling down.
Yeah.
And what I know in the ancestor realm, they make miracles happen, and we have some good spiritual credit that we can use right now. Let's make a miracle happen that you get a phone call and they ask you, yo, do you want to take over this whole mall? You could even rename the mall, but that's our mall right there.
The a lot of people are hollering at me right now from the mall. A lot of people approach me at the end of the night. They want to know who the hell am I? Who?
That's right.
They kept on coming to all of them. Yep.
They were like, we just want to see what's going on inside. So they're real excited about what what I was able to bring to the building. And yeah, we're gonna talk, and we're gonna make something amazing happen, because it's such an amazing facility that's being underused. And we're gonna make the best.
Willing it into existence.
But I want everybody to be patient. I'm gonna tell you something, Red and King Simon. Like, when I first, I've been in Atlanta, Georgia. I gotta stop saying Atlanta, because people act like we all want to go to. I'm in Georgia. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm in Georgia. They act like we
in Georgia.
in Atlanta. I'm not in Atlanta. The event wasn't in Atlanta. I'm in Stone Mountain, and the event is in Stonecrest. So I don't need to say Atlanta. I'm in Georgia.
We're Stone Mountain here.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. And shout out to Atlanta. I love Atlanta, but I don't want to keep using that name when we're not in there. We're in Georgia. But when I got to Georgia 2 years ago in 2022, everybody kept saying, yo, Rich, when you want to do your event, you got to do, and you have to move at your own pace. And I knew I wasn't ready yet. And what really, I was really into the whole God power thing. And the God power workshop changed my life. Like, it really changed me and elevated me spiritually, financially, psychologically, in a lot of ways. Right. So I was really about the God power for the first year and a half that I was down here. And you got to know when it's your time and take your time with it. And the only way to do that is to tap into your intuition. But it was a time for me to do something. I know everybody was rushing me, and I just sat back, and everybody else was doing what they do, and I just sat back, and I just really had to contemplate about what my first move was going to be down here. And it happened to be earlier this year, Club 363, and it was a huge success, Club 363. And I bought the nightclub. I bought the nightclub to the conscious community, and it was a huge success. Then right after that, we had this event. So a lot of it, family, it's about timing, and it's about knowing when it's time to go, when it's time to make your move, and not to be rushed and not to procrastinate at the same time. You don't rush and you don't procrastinate. You move just at the right time. But the only way to do that is to follow your inspiration. I see somebody said earlier, I remember Henny Rich. I'm not Henny Rich no more. I'm older now, so that's a little too strong for me now, y'all.
That's Rose Rich you looking at right there.
I'm more Rose Rich. Yeah, I'm more Rose Champagne, but the Henny is too strong for my body right now. I can't drink it like that. Like when I was young, I tell you, when I manifested my girl, I was on the Henny.
Yeah, you was on the Henny.
Yeah. My girl's Jamaican, so her personality is like Henny.
It's like Henny. Word. I was just about to say that.
She's Jamaican. She's Jamaican.
Ray and nephew.
Ray and nephew. Yo, you know what's so funny? Red Pill and Blue Pill's mom. When we came down here, she's the one that kept on saying we should throw a party. I gotta give that to Annette. She told me, she told me, and I said, I don't feel like doing parties because it has to be right. I can't do it, but I'm glad Rich came up with it. But when we first moved there, I met her at Stonecrest Mall with KT, and she said, King, y'all need to throw a party, because she seen how we rocked in New York back in the day and all that. She said, y'all need to throw a party if y'all come out here, man. And I was like, wow. And then, I'll be trying to call your mom, and big up to her, whatever she's doing, enough respect to her, but she was also one of those people that thought about that party, because, she used to love to enjoy herself back in the day. You know how it go. So you got to give that respect to them elders, man. But Rich is the one as the catalyst for that 363, that Black Magic 363 club, that club's 363. And man, I had a good time, man. I wish I would have got on that stage, but they had me from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock. I could not leave. That's why I didn't do nothing this weekend. I said, no, I got to make sure I'm going to help Rich. I'm not doing that to these people, But Rich, just keep on doing what you're doing. You are the people's champ. And that 17 is definitely the word unity adds up to 17 also.
Yeah, you broke that down. I didn't know Muhammad Ali was 17 also.
Born January 17th.
Yeah, wow, that's deep.
Yeah, man.
Right.
You know. So,
Yeah.
even people like Jordan, he unified those Bulls, man. He's born on the 17th. Les Brown born on the 17th. Them 17s make things happen. Kendrick Lamar and Steve Coakley born on the same day, 17th. They make things happen. They bring that unifying energy on multiple levels. Big up to Sister Kafunya in the chat. What's up, sis? We're looking for you, sis. What happened? Monique here. How you ain't get here?
Monique was in the building. She was representing though for Kafunya and all the Brooklyn.
Yo, Red, you know what? I know you heard the Holy Ghost 3.
Yes.
There's a song me and Cambada got called Same God, New Look. And with us talking about the new Black Wall Street and what we represent and everything me and Red and King Simon, all of us been through in New York and the community we had in New York and us, just continue to evolve in this lifetime. We really got to understand, Red and King, that we are the gods that we're reading about, but we just have a new look. We the same gods, new look. The same gods that we read about, that's us. That's us. That's why we got to be confident. Nigga, that's me we reading about. That's you we reading about. That's the thing we reading about. We be like, wow, that nigga was this, or he was that, or this goddess was this, or that's us. That's me. So when I'm imagining, that's me, nigga, that's me. That's me, nigga. But we got a new look. We got a new avatar this time around. We got a new, you know what I mean?
Of course. And being at events like the one you just had, we get to not just know it. We'll be like, oh, you'll see somebody and be like, oh my goodness, total recall.
Yeah.
I'm remembering some shit from 8 lifetimes ago. Wait, we was linked in. We was locked in. You know what I mean? You seeing people from lifetimes ago. So the fact that remember, the power is in the gathering. That's why they stopped us from gathering in 2020 and been trying to prevent us from gathering ever since and whatnot. The power is in the gathering. It's some supercell shit. The power is in the gathering. We have activated. We did activate. People went home activated and will activate others. They will activate grids. They will activate ley lines. They will activate. It will be a ripple effect. There's nothing that you could do to turn it around. It has already taken place. You feel me? As it was written, so mote it be. Go ahead.
Right. There was laws that we couldn't gather, right? I know you're more of a historian than I am.
There was some strict laws
that we couldn't gather. And anytime Black people gather, there seems to be a problem. Somebody knows something on a subconscious level about us gathering. For them to make laws, them always mess with us. There's something about us gathering. I'm glad you said that. Historically, there's always been a problem with that, right?
And laughing, Rich. They had laws against us laughing. They had laughing barrels at the corner that you had to laugh into.
Right. So from the sciences, the Q Reeves teachers, from the sciences, the KT, the Arshagri teachers, from the sciences, the Yaki Awakening teachers, from the sciences, the Billy Carson teachers, from the sciences, the Blue Pillar 44 teachers, from the sciences, the Al-Kibalon 44 teachers, and many others. Each one of them speak about the science of our people in close proximity to one another, being batteries to one another, being charges to one another, being sparks to one another, being the fact that they used to keep us away from one another and apart from one another. Who felt the heat inside of that building?
Oh my God, I talked about it earlier. The AC was on full blast, but it was so hot.
People would think that they had no AC. I had to remind a few people. I said, no, they got AC, central AC in this building. This is our heat. What do you complain? Don't complain about it, because when it goes away, then you're gonna be on some old damn brother Rich. I'm missing them, man. It was a week ago. Yeah, you're gonna be in survivor's remorse. That heat was the moment you were amongst the gods and the goddesses. Imagine if you was amongst the White Walkers, it would have felt like an icebox in there. Then you would have known you was in the wrong building. That heat was our melanin.
Yeah, that's true. It was.
Shout out to Kim. I see Kim in the chat. Kim,
Kim, we shouted you out.
Kim, what up?
Coordinator. Yeah. She helped out throughout the whole process. Her, my brother Jefferson, he's the one that plugged me in with New Black Wall Street. And there's another brother that works there named Lord. He was a huge help throughout the whole.
Lord Hester, yeah.
Lord Hester. He's originally from New York, and he was just such a good soul, a good brother. So shout out to the whole staff over there. Who
staff
was
is dope over there.
Who was very helpful.
Yeah. And of course, we got the cameraman, Joseph, Quentin, David, all of them, the security. Yeah, man. They was there helping. And Quentin,
I'm so glad that you made that connection with my brother Quentin. When we talk about expertise, the look of that stream, how Dr. B was on stage just now looking in 6K, the way that the camera was cutting and splicing and whatnot, the professionalism, them people who bought that screen, they thought that they was finna be on a Zoom meeting. They got themselves quality, okay? But they got themselves some quality.
Q he gonna be filming the dating show. He gonna be doing the dating show.
Q is look. I'm so glad. Like once again, all we got is us. All we need is us. The only thing separating a lot of our greatness is that goddamn 1 degree of separation, that bridge.
Yeah.
Once again, shout out to Sister Mara. You'll see Sister Mara on stage.
Yeah, man, Sister Mara, man. She was so elated. Yeah. She said when I announced her, she said I took her back. I said, yeah, sis, you know how we do. We don't do what we do. Yeah, we got. I brought her. I made sure I got all of their bios. I didn't even call them and ask them nothing. I got all of their bios so I could be able to just bring it to
Look, Rich. When she dropped that Kendrick bar, I had to hit her with the "They Not Like Us" shirt. When she dropped that Kendrick stuff up there, I was like, "Here, you gotta have this, Sister Myra. This is yours." She was elated.
Oh yeah. Who was the sister that designed the stage, King Simon? What's her name?
Oh, Sister Amira Ansar. Sister Amira Ansar. Big up to her, man. She had her 5% emblem, the gods of earth emblem on walking.
So divine.
She had the drip. Amira,
the all-white drip, Queen of Four. Man, Sister Amira is a godsend.
She's a sweetheart. She born the same day as Michael Jackson, so she's born April 29th. No, she's born April 29th, right after your mom's and all, after your mother, brother, and my mom. After that Taurus energy, she's April 29th. Her husband born the same day as Pascal Beverly Randolph, so I see why that magic keeps her going. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's crazy. But give her a round of applause for doing what she did, man. She came through and really set up, man. And that's what you need, the sisters, because us brothers would have just had it regular. But them sisters will set up the stage and put it all together, man.
Yeah, definitely. But
big up to Janine.
Who's that?
Sorry. Oh, Janine was Hashim and Zinga's wife. She was she works in the mall. She has a stall in the mall. She said, Brother Rich, that energy came. That line went in front of her booth and they were supporting her. I mean, they really want us.
Listen, we made the whole the line was so long, everybody ate. Everybody.
Rich, they need to give up the keys to the mall, bro. They need to give up the keys to the mall. We will do the ancestors a service and get this thing popping. 2 lectures a month, weekend markets, teaching young children how to make clothes. I would make that. Remember the wholesale district in Manhattan where you would go to get blank t-shirts, blank shorts, and all of that? I would make the wholesale market in the New Black Wall Street. You come there to get your blank. Yo, if I had blank t-shirts, if I had a store in there where I could run my DTG or my director film transfers, because I sold out of the Bobby Hemmett shirts. So if I was able to buy 5 dozen blanked, and then if I was able to get it pressed right there and silk screened in the building, that would have saved me hundreds of dollars, because I paid hundreds of dollars just expediting that. I had to put it in an Uber and have an Uber drop it off and deliver it to me, because I was running out of shirts and whatnot. But if I had it on the site, it would have saved me a lot of problems. So I want to turn that place into a maker space, a creative space, a production hub, and a distribution center, and they need to give us the keys and the deed.
Been trying to tell them that, man. We've been trying to tell them that, and people, and the vendors talk to me a lot because I come in and out of there. The Muslim brother Jamal Jamal Shabazz. He was there. He got a lot of the residue from there too. And they need to give us the key, because him and Jeff are the ones that really go out there and promote their business heavy. Big up to Jeff.
Be pushing the venue heavy.
Yeah, you got to be out there. You got to be doing it, man. And I respect brother Jeff. Jeff born November the 1st, so I know him and I got similar energy. That one energy. We got to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and promote.
Jeff can get it done.
Yeah. No. When Jeff told me, I'm gonna tell y'all, Jeff told me that he was like, "Yo, I could look out for you. I could get you in there." And I'm used to people saying that. And he came back with an answer so fast when I asked him, "Yo," I was asking him about pricing and dates and stuff like that. He was so serious, and he came back to me so fast that I was like, "Oh, this dude is serious about this ish." So Jeff, you got to give a lot of credit to Jeff for just staying on me. Like he knew I was going to do something, but he really wanted me to do it there. He knew it was going down, and Jeff really wanted me to do it there. So you got to give a lot of props to Jeff for just keep calling me, "Yo, Rich, man, yo, Rich, yo, Rich, yo, Rich." So Jeff gets a lot of props.
Staying consistent.
Yeah, staying consistent.
And I walked through Stonecrest Mall today with a friend of mine that came in town for the thing, and I said, it doesn't have the spirit like the New Black Wall Street. All we have to do is bring the customers, bring the people to support that. I was walking through there, checking it out. They need a Black owned and operated phone fixing company there. Not the Indians, not the Bengals. We need the Black brothers and sisters that know how to fix phones in that place too. Because I walked through Stonecrest and I was like, "Yo, man, they need a movie theater up in there."
Right, it ain't the same. It ain't the same.
Yeah.
So when they say the power's in the people, y'all.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Talk to him, right? Yeah, talk.
The power is in the people means if Rich says I have 1,000 slots, I need the people to show up, I need the people to get their slots filled by tomorrow. That's the power of the people. That's all you need. It's on the people's shoulders to manifest their power. Anything at this point is on the people to manifest their power, and it's done one at a time as a collective, but you got to move as an individual to make the collective. So 5 fingers got to come together to make a fist.
That's right.
Indeed.
So we come up with the plan, we come up with the ideas, we come up with the experience. The power's in the people. Y'all fulfill your role, then we make power. It's just and because I don't mean to cut you, because
go ahead, sorry.
The power play that I'm speaking of would be that mall. People from New York, vendors and small businesses will fly down weekly and set up for a 3 to 4 day run. And the people, we would anticipate 1,000 of y'all to drive from all parts of the world to be there at the marketplace every other weekend. Because they do it in New York. They come to Canal Street. They come to the wholesale district. They come to 34th Street to go to Macy's. They come to Atlanta to shop at the Trap Museum and other places. They come to Slutty Vegan. They come. People travel to shop. So don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. That's right. That's right.
This is we need marketplaces because we're from New York. We're from Harlem, New York. We thrive with marketplaces. That is our lifeblood. That is our foundation. That's how information flowed. That's how culture flowed. That's how commerce flowed. That's how a lot of things flowed on the underbed of, because there's in New York, without economics like that, there is no New York. Without a marketplace, you don't have New York.
Yep. And if abundance flow through there, Rich, we walked around that. How much more space they got in there? If they had money coming in consistently, we could open up all those different spaces.
They could build out different spaces.
And he has another set of land right over next door.
Where's
owns
Kim
that
at?
land right next door.
Look,
the thing is, real quick, Red. The thing is, the brother who passed away.
Yeah, man.
Aries. The owner. What's the brother name?
Bill Allen.
Bill Allen. He was born
the realm he's in now. He has a bird's eye view of of what he started, and he's able to help and assist whoever is going to bring his vision to fruition in the best manner possible. So that brother, that gentleman is going to be working in another realm, supporting whoever has the vision that has to get his establishment to the place. And obviously, there's no coincidence that this event happens right after the brother passes away. You know, there's certain times when people pass away and all of a sudden something big happens after they pass away. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sign that they're working from the other side. That's a direct sign that they have an influence from the other side, if you know anything about spirituality. So, you know, I just hope
look what she said. Look what Janine says. That work says. She says 100,000 views a lot. It's been a decline because of the lack of foot traffic. A lot of business had to leave. The ones like myself, whom are still there, are barely holding on. This is Janine. This is the wife of the widow of Hashim Nzinga, who was the chairman of the new Black Panther Party movement. And she's there. And I brought Sharif Bey to her. Sharif started crying because of his connection with Hashim Nzinga. Because Hashim Nzinga was a beautiful brother. Beautiful brother. May he rest in peace and power. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what's happened. This is what she's saying. You know, so it's real out in that field. People are leaving because we're not getting the support. They're not getting the support.
Yeah.
Right. The lack of foot traffic, the lack of awareness. You know, that mall needs conscious community only. They don't need nobody else to sustain them. We need a commitment from our people to say every strong end, we're gonna buy our underwear from these people, we're gonna buy our shea butter, we're gonna buy our candles, we're gonna buy t-shirts, we're gonna buy some pies, some kale. That's all you gotta do is just be committed and just pull up and drop a bag. And we will we will open up a pipeline. We will bring more vendors from different states and whatnot. And then we could export this experience to other cities and whatnot. I'm going to just share something with you real quick. They took me to Bill Allen's hotel. This man has a hotel that's unoccupied and a mansion that was 10 minutes away from the new Black Wall Street. I want you to go and do the research about that. He has a hotel that is empty, and it's a luxury hotel, brother. They drove me up to the hotel. We're not talking about a motel. We are, believe me when I tell you, this is the magic of Atlanta, or Georgia for that matter. This is the magic of the South. There are people who look like us in these areas who could be standing right next to you. They got landowners out here. They got people who got a lot of shit going on for themselves. I promise you, you cannot judge a book by a cover in the South. This man had an empty hotel.
Rich, you didn't meet him? You didn't get to meet him?
No.
One time. I think I met him one time.
Years ago. Yeah, because he's just sitting there. Sometimes he's just sitting there.
You. Remember when we met Richard? We met Richard.
That's right.
We met Richard a couple of years ago, and he was there, and I met him there.
Yeah. Right. But because sometimes he's just sitting there, just chilling and on his phone, just chilling.
Right. He didn't like the spotlight. He didn't like to be on the spot like that.
Me and Lloyd met him too. When we first came, Lloyd and I went and met him. Lloyd remembered when I told Lloyd today that he passed on, he didn't know. And he said, "Oh man, the brother born April 6th. I said, "Yes, sir. That brother, he passed on." I said, "Man."
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to my cousin Candace. She came into town.
Oh yeah. Candace.
Yes, you had your family at the door holding it down. And your cousin.
Good smile, man. Love Candace, man.
Charles, her significant other, her boyfriend was there. They did a magnificent job. They was helping out a lot. Like I said, I can't get enough props to B-Dell and his queen for helping out.
Yes,
it was a tremendous help.
Shout out to B-Dell. He was in the building.
Brother Mo, who did the AI artwork for
that. Mo was a beast. Yes.
Big up to Mo. Yes, Mo.
Shout out to Mo for doing that, and just everybody else who was a look. But it was we got about 10 minutes left. I want to just take a few questions from the people before we get out here. We got what we've been on here about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so give us a few questions in the chat. We're gonna get to about 2 or 3 questions, and then we're gonna get out of here. But it was just a splendid, magnificent weekend. Everybody had a good experience. It was amazing. Somebody said,
"Thanks, Kim.
Rich, we can do this. I would like to be the barbershop inside." I mean, there's a lot.
Yo, like they had one in there, but they left. They had one in there and they left.
Come on.
Yeah, like I said, I talked to a couple of people approached me, so I'm gonna be talking to a lot of people.
Get in that dark room, Rich.
Yeah,
man. I need you in that dark room.
Yeah, I'm
You know
about to
what
go
I'm
in
talking
mines too, bro.
You need me
to
bring
help
you
you
some
out.
chocolates?
I don't do chocolates.
Super Mario World.
I don't do shrooms. Listen, I don't do shrooms. I don't do chocolates. I do the spirits. I'm like Bobby Hemmett.
Nah, I feel you.
Yo, you ever see that video with Panic when it said Panic goes crazy off of Hennessy? You ever see that? Well, that shit was funny. He was getting that Q-tip and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, man, that was a funny video.
Yeah,
King.
Matter of fact, Queen of Fools' birthday is in the next few minutes. Tomorrow, 13th is her birthday. Big up to Queen of Fools who came through.
Yes.
And of course, Sister Khadija. You should call her, man. Her birthday coming up on the 17th, man. Let's show her. They're going through it over there. His sister and everybody really still going through it with Panic, you know. So if y'all can hit her up any way y'all can, man, email her with y'all because she still have the website. She took down his whole YouTube page. It's gone. So y'all go to the email and hit him up or the website.
So she personally did that, or was
she did? She told me she told me she.
Okay, that's smart. Yeah,
because people are still trying to buy the panic pack, and she didn't know how to do the panic. She don't do the panic pack. She don't do all of that. But she could do the website and his book. So big up to her birthday coming up August 17th, the same day as Marcus Garvey. So you know,
big up to her, man. Indeed.
Let me see. Somebody. Let me get to a question from Q. Brother Rich, when you were young, did you ever imagine bringing people together like the greats that came before you?
Woo.
What did you want to grow up to be when you were young? Woo. I always wanted. That's a great question, Q. When I was young. Well, let me tell you the very, 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 very first thing I wanted to be when I was young. I'm going way deep to the childhood, 5, 6. I want to be a runner, a track and field. I used to think I could outrun the buses, and the buses I would say, Mom, look. I used to try to outrun the buses and shit like that. That was the very first thing. I used to love to run. There's a fascination with me with running. I still jog to this day and just speed. Like I love the idea of being faster than lightning. Maybe I'm lightning or some shit like that. But I love the idea of being super fast, like the Flash and shit like that. But since I was real young, like real young, I knew I had the ability. I want to be an A&R. I want to be an A&R is somebody who gets the talent together, who scouts talent, who puts projects together in music. And there was like let's say a Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti's responsible. He bought out DMX. He bought out Ja Rule. He bought out. He helped Hove a lot in his early career. He bought out Ashanti. When I was real young, I was always fascinated with being an A&R. I felt like I knew talent when I see it, and I felt like I always knew what the people would like. So I felt like since I know talent and I know what the people like, I could be responsible for bringing out the talent. But I always looked at it in terms of music. And that eventually made me want to be a music producer because I feel like a music producer and an A&R, they're so similar because they're responsible for producing everything. They're responsible for putting everything together. So doing what I do is a natural progression because I'm still like a producer and I'm like an A&R right now and I'm finding talent. I found B-Dell. I found Rod Hayes. Somebody told me about Rashad Jamal. I found Yaki and all these people, and Blue Pill told me about Aquarius, and then I put her. So
Dr. Be Serious.
Dr. Be Serious. I found this talent. People putting me on to this talent, and I'm bringing the talent to the world, just like Irv Gotti brought DMX to the world when they used to make fun. They used to make fun of Gotti and said, "This dude ain't gonna be nothing." So I'm bringing people to the front. Myra's an elder, so she wasn't on YouTube a lot at all.
But she's from Blog Talk days.
Yeah, she's from Blog Talk. So I would say about 5 years ago, Myra was pretty much absent on YouTube, but there was a sister named Melody that I noticed had Myra on her channel. And I didn't do an interview with Myra in a while. And I was like, I'm glad that the sister reminded me of Myra's presence. And she inspired me to reach out to Myra again. And when me and Myra reconnected, every one of our videos just went viral after that. So I love the idea, Q, even with Q. I forgot who I heard about Q from. It was a sister. I forgot her name. It might have been Isis something, but it was a sister I had on my channel before. Q was on her channel, and I was like, yo, I got to reach out to this brother. So I love the idea of bringing. It's the same thing. Like I said, I'm like a point guard. I'm the point guard to the gods. I love passing the ball and allowing somebody to score. Whether it's I'm in the music studio with Cambada, me passing him the ball is making a beat for him, and he scores by making a good record. Me passing the ball to Red Pill is by coming up with a great show idea and him speaking great. Me passing the ball to anybody is by just allowing them to be great. And I'm behind the scenes. I'm just passing everybody the ball. I'm gathering all the assists. So I always love the idea of being this A&R, and it just kind of trickled its way down to me being doing what I do now, because I'm like a A&R to the gods right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You help resurge, bring back Phil Valentine in a certain light. You know, back in the day, Dr. Africa, you was also interviewing him right at Nicholas Brooklyn. You was interviewing him right downstairs in Nicholas Brooklyn. And you know, although I was a very good promoter, he supported my numerology. Him and Sonetta, I gotta say that. Him and Sonetta and even Red Pill and Blue Pill supported my numerology even before I started writing my own book. And that's when we just kept on going off with the numbers, man. Everybody didn't know me too much as a promoter other than New York and certain places. But when numerology kicked off, it was him and Sonetta that really took me off on that X7. Then Billy grabbed on after he met me at Brother Rich's spot. Then we just kept on going from there.
Yo, listen, I brought Billy Carson to the black community.
Yeah. He was on there.
To the black community. I found Billy Carson on Instagram or somewhere, and I was like, yo, I gotta connect with him. And I, if you ask anybody,
he was with Dame Dash.
He was with Dame Dash,
right? This was before he met Dame Dash.
Okay.
This was before he met Dame Dash. This is when nobody knew about Billy, and I found out about him, and I was like, this is when I had the idea. I got the channel my channel was going in the metaphysical direction, and I was like, I'm gonna do more metaphysics than anything. So I was looking for metaphysical talent to put on my channel. And I found some of Billy's video, and I reached out to him, and I don't even remember the first video we did, but he agreed to come to Brooklyn and do a lecture at St. Francis College, and we connected. But yeah, it's just like that. And shout out to Torin Guy. I think that's the sister's real name. She's a sister that I found out about Q Reeves from. That's how I found out about the brother. So So
you got to remember, Rich used to be behind the cameras. He never came in front of the cameras too. And then I remember he used to do interviews with Sri Master Gano Grills in the park. I don't know which park y'all was in, but y'all was always in this park.
Yeah, I did a lot of interviews in the park. I did interviews in the park. In New York.
I did love Central Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Central Park.
I live right next to Central Park. Next to Central Park. So somebody said I found Billy. Watch you. Billy. I really put Billy on with a lot of the melanated folks, and you know, me and Billy connected in 2019. Billy was like, we talked about the same God, new look. When I got introduced to Billy, it was like I felt like I knew Billy for a long time. Felt like I knew him for a long time. Like I knew him. So you know, we know each other. We just don't know we know each other, but we know each other from past lives. And when we reconnect, it's just like we pick up right away like that. So yeah, that's how it is. Somebody said, hold up, not that one. Can we get a list of the vendors to continue to support? Would love more of the food. Yeah, the food was amazing. Yeah, we could do that.
I have a copy of the vendors list.
Yeah, we could do that, and we could all post it on our community. I posted on my community tab. But it was really Blue Pill, his crew, Wadada. Blue Pill had his people. We'll get it, and the Hebrew sisters. They had they food. But yeah, we could do that for y'all. We could definitely.
I love they had their children with them pushing the cart around. I was like,
they was working.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was clever. That was
family. Yeah, family.
That was smart.
That's it. That family. That's that family.
Yeah, that family.
And if we all learn to move like this, is what I'm saying. You see how they had their family. The sister had a husband there. They had their children. They had different. Their father was there. If you are able to maneuver like that with a family, then you could think about forming a village. But people want to come to the village completely broken. Right. And it's like you got to have something to offer, because when you want to build a village, the most broken people want to join first, and you can't be a vampire or parasitic. You have to bring something to the table. So this is why we say you have to work on self first. Once you work on self, And when I say work on family, it could be, a sister said it earlier, you could just have some friends that you build with. Right now, me and Red, our sons are hanging out after the they was at the lecture. They went to the trampoline park, but we're building a little small community. Me, Red, his girl, my girl, we kicking it. Our sons just chilling. They growing up together. It's a little small community, and we just all have these pockets of small communities, and we'll meet another small community, and we'll be like, oh, let's link a boom. Then we got another. Then it's like it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. But start small, y'all. Start small, and then we could just all link up together like Voltron, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Let's
big up to Kim. Kim had her daughter there helping out too. So big up to Kim and her daughter.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to all of the beautiful children. There was some man. I met some star seeds. I met some bright-eyed goddesses and gods.
Yeah.
I met the future of this community, and it felt good, man. These children were locked in. They knew who everybody was. You know, they know things about us. And it was a charge. It was a charge. It was a spiritual charge. It was, I said earlier on my show, it was a season finale to a Netflix series that was 8 years in the making, maybe 10 years. For real.
That's deep, Red. Elaborate on that a little bit, Red. What you mean?
That for 10 years, there's been an ongoing series on Netflix. You know, we are in the Truman Show, so the galaxy is watching us.
Yeah.
Where the gods have reincarnated on this planet in the form of human inside of the flesh and whatnot. But many great gods, titans and whatnot, are walking this earth right now. Yeah. Some of us were at war with one another. Some of us were in kingdoms, were joined together and whatnot. It's a lot of history throughout the millennia, but all of us are here now. We all put in bids and whatnot. We did everything within our powers to be a part of this timeline continuum, because this is the one that matters the most. This is like Olympics 2024 on a galactic level. And everybody that's on the stage is an Olympian. You don't have to you don't have to question, you don't have to, I wonder if if you got to wonder, then it's not, it's not a crowded stage. It's a stage the same way the Olympic. You know, when the Olympics is going on and the game is about to start, your mans and them can't get on the floor with you at the Olympic game. Everybody that's there supposed to be there. So on these stages now, after the spiritual correction that took place over the years, the cliffhangers and the season finales and the nail biters, it corrected and reshuffled the deck, because we had the charlatans, we had the false prophets, false messiahs amongst us. We had the wolves in sheep clothing, all of these things, but they all were lessons. These L's were lessons that we were all learning from. We've seen people who started off in this race with strong legs and whatnot, but it's a marathon, and it's not a race. And they fell. I'm talking about titans have fallen. Yes. So the galaxy has been watching this. The pantheon of ancestors from 100 years ago, the Trinity, which would be Marcus Garvey, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, and Elijah, and everything that spawned out of them. Those ancestors, that pantheon of ancestors, are walking and surrounding us and witnessing everything that we're doing. So this is the season finale. It all culminated on the day of hip hop turning 51, August the 11th and the 10th. That is a ritual. That is a ceremony. That is a book ending of an epoch. Because there was like 8 scenarios that could have took place this weekend.
Yeah.
There's about 8 endings that the writers could have wrote in, but somehow, some way, they decided to write in this ending where the gods shook hands, broke bread, stood shoulder to shoulder, head to head, face to face, back upright, right? We paid homage to those who are not here to even see this, like Panic and smiling, Dr. Sabia smiling, everybody who could not make it, who was watching from either their phones or just with their ear to the ground. They are proud of what we've done. You know, when people talk about, oh, the conscious community is dead, I don't even think that they were even a part of what we would consider the community to begin with.
That's right.
You know,
That word
because
is so
that word is so
misused.
misused that we don't even identify with that.
So misused.
What we identify with is masters. You know what I mean? The gathering
Right.
of the masters. They were master students. They were master teachers. They were people who were mastering their crafts. They were masters of their own universes in that building.
That's
And they say that the water rises to its highest level.
That's
The
right.
frequency was so high and so divine that
Yeah.
we all got tuned up. And I
Yep.
just want to be grateful and thankful for it. It's going to take me about 5 to 7 days for the decompression to take place. I'm still on a high, and I'm beginning to settle in with this the survivor's guilt, where it's like, damn, I spent 10 minutes, you know, at the store, at the gas station, when I could have spent 3 and spent 6 more minutes with these people who I'm not going to see again.
Right.
So the fact that I was able to end it with a party, I could have passed out on the stage. That would have been a touchdown. I was like, I have to, because my guilt would have weighed on me, bro. I would have messed up a lot of Zaza packs. Just contemplating, like, damn, we didn't party, but we didn't show these people a good time. But I didn't play red and blue purple like Prince. Like we didn't get it in.
It was inevitable, man.
You know what was you just mentioned the conscious community several times. You know, it was a turning point for the direction of this channel, y'all, was when the polite shit happened. Polite was such a force, family. For those, some of y'all may not be privy. Polite became such a force.
The polite era.
The polite.
His birthday was the 10th too. It just passed.
Damn, that ain't that something? Wow.
Wait, the first day of the event was on his birthday.
His birthday.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And his mother-in-law just died.
Sorry to hear that.
Crazy, man. Condolences to Amonette's mom.
To the whole, condolences.
Polite was such a force in the community, and we didn't see a force like that in a long time. I mean, just like a strong force in the community. So when the shit went down with Polite and the allegations and people found out what was going on, you know, first it was a scam, and then that's when me, Red and Blue made that video, and we separated ourselves from him, and y'all never seen him on my channel again after that. But when the sexual allegation thing came down, and I think 2 years ago or something like that, a lot of people, it was so disgusting. Everybody started making videos about the conscious community is horrible, and it was like, to be associated with the conscious community, it was like the worst thing in the world. I mean, people that there was people that was mentioning the term conscious community that I never knew what that meant, and I was like, oh, all these niggas knew what the conscious community was all along. They just never said nothing, but everybody was using this term, and so many people wanted to separate themselves from the conscious community, so everybody just started disassociating because it was so ugly to be a part of. Right. So my spirit took a lot of people were separating them. Oh, I'm not down with that shit. Or they was just slowly, because who would want to be a part of a mess like that? Right. What my spirit told me is that if everybody's going that way, go the other way. So that's when I decided to really take hold of the conscious community and really dig deep in metaphysics. I was like, I'm gonna put all my heart into this shit, because this is my shit. And then when I say not just mine, but I was here when it really meant something. So I'm not going to run away from it. I'm going to take complete control of the situation. And that's when I just went crazy on my channel with all these interviews, metaphysical interviews, Billy, Sister Myra. That's when Rod Hayes got introduced to my channel. All these, and they was just like, Brother Rich is going crazy on you. They was like, keep doing videos after video after video. It inspired me. The polite situation and everybody running the other way inspired me. I said, no, I'm taking a hold of this situation. This means something. Steve Coakley, Dr. Sabi, all the people that came before me, they don't want me to run from this right here. Okay, every community is faced with scandal. Every community is faced with something. But now I said, I'm going to go my hardest that I could go with this spiritual information. And I became an alchemist. I used it as inspiration, and it completely changed the direction of my channel. It completely changed the direction of who I am as a person. And I'm proud that once again, I follow my intuition When I seen everybody doing something else, I could have said, "Man, I ain't part of that shit no more. I ain't doing that to me. Let me do this. Let me just talk about pop culture." And no, I went deep into the community and found even more people to tap into. And I'm not saying that everybody that comes on the channel is a part of the conscious community, but what I'm saying is that I'm not scared to follow who I am and to be a part of the spiritual information. Nothing is going to scare me away from it. No scandal, because I know who I am, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Me knowing who I am. So I just want to once again give thanks to my ancestors for guiding me of not running the other direction when the Brother Polite scandal hit and it rocked the community. So just want to give thanks.
And you know, so many people that was running and saying that they wasn't with Polite, they don't know I have all of the receipts of whoever spoke with Polite. I have all of the receipts, all of my flyers, and everybody was doing it. And let me tell you something, family. Whatever he did, I tell people all the time that we had him when he was doing his metaphysics and health stuff, when he went to his debate and then went to Hollywood.
Hollywood
I don't know what happened from. How say it again?
Hollywood got a hold of him, and he was
Hollywood got him. Yeah. Hollywood got him, and that's all because I got all of his health stuff from the time he was bigging up Dr. Sebi's new book that he wrote about Dr. Sebi's cure. And I got all of that stuff in all of it here, everything that I've done. So I tell people, man, we got to become investigators now, because a lot of the stuff is just, and whatever comes out in a person, sometimes it's what they something that was lurking inside of them from. But I think Hollywood turned them out.
Yeah.
And remember when y'all did that video at the BAM that time, our two sons was there right behind y'all. You remember my son and your son was playing together.
Red Pill son,
Red Pill son and my son were playing, and now they're two tall giants now. Yeah. You know, so it was deep, man. You know, so it's I'm glad that you kept it up, brother Brad.
Yeah, one day we'll have a conversation about the whole Polite thing, because it has a lot of implications.
Yeah, man.
It's a deep dive. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into it right now.
Nah, me neither.
It's a conversation that we have to have, because Polite wrote a code. He represented a code. He's an architect. So his algorithm is what programmed millions of people, and a lot of teachers and whatnot are following his algorithm and his script. He flipped the whole approach to consciousness and spirituality into more of a materialism, quote unquote, lower frequency.
Yeah.
And you just, the fact that he got tripped up and trapped up and got sat down and whatnot, that doesn't take away from the damage that was done.
Right.
Because he was a part of the machine. I never seen a machine behind one person the way that I seen it behind that man.
Mm-hmm.
Simon, and others that was a part of that. You know what I mean? We were part of that machine with no ledge.
All of them. That's right.
But like he was saying, these teachers have phases in their life. Like there's many teachers right now that are in the spotlight, and there's phases of them. You know what I mean? That's version 3.0. That's not version 1.0 before something happened and made them an egomaniac, because, people are letting accolades like awards. They're letting accolades like titles and names. They're letting accolades like tax brackets. They're letting all of these mundane things feed their ego, and they begin to ego trip. So we just use these examples as means to move differently. Everybody who moved after, because remember, the Polite era ends, and then we get the era of the paradigm shifters that none of them had anything to do with the conscious community, but somehow now they're all intertwined in some type of way into the community. But they were introduced to the 19 Keys, Billionaire PA, Pop Darby, Derek Grace, Sister Ajna, Riza Islam, Brother Ben X, like all of that was done in a certain, it was done with a certain intention and whatnot to bring a new energy and new voices when the older iteration of the community fell. So what we've seen is strong in is the newer survival, the newer iteration or the newer version, or of what's the focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And big up to Dr. Valentine, who I spoke to and congratulated you, Brother Rich, today. I spoke to him today.
old Chisel.
He was taking a nap, and I know you would wanted her to bring him because we know Dr. Valentine hasn't been out in a while. But I know, but he said he congratulates you. He was taking a nap when I called him to check on him. I check on all of the elders, and with Polite, he was smart because he came to me and said he wanted to open up in front of all of these elders. And that's what I said. Once an elder told me and gave me the okay to give it to him, I said, all right. And it was two elders that I respect. Reverend Moon, who passed on. Big up to Reverend Moon. He used to come with the collar. Y'all remember Reverend Moon. Reverend Moon came with the collar, and it was Oba, which was Dr. York's brother. And those are the two elders.
This was the polite voodoo.
Yeah.
Not opening for the elder, closing for the elders.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you caught him.
Yep.
So to the person in the audience, if the elder opens up for this young teacher, who is he?
That's right.
You got master teachers opening up for you. Remember,
he was opening for them. Yep.
No, they began to open up for him.
Oh, after because he started spending his money and wanting to bring them in to build the whole thing. It was a promotional ploy. No, he printed my first book, No Promotion of Bad Promotion, and he told me he read that from page to page and studied it.
I'm giving you the voodoo of his promo and marketing. Yeah, he could write a book from behind the wall on how he utilized marketing strategy, but that's a strategy. You have a master teacher open up for you and you close out. So anything that you say in closing out is game, it's law. You just had goddamn Ajra Kwesi open up for you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You just had Delbert Blair open up for you. Yep. So you literally are the second coming. Yep. So good promotional ploy. I'm gonna use that one day, Simon.
He studied. As a matter of fact, that whole thing with Umar that time, it was because Polite wanted to close, and Umar
they was fighting over the closer, right?
Over the madness, it was crazy.
When them egos clash.
That's when them egos clash in national. But we did a lot. Rich, just commend you for keeping the integrity and keeping it moving, man. This being that number 17 like you're supposed to be.
Definitely. I want to get to this last question before we get out of here. Somebody asked, what made you brothers make the move to Georgia from NY? We talked a lot about NY in Atlanta earlier. So Rev, you want to start off with that?
Prophecy. That's what made me. Prophecy. I've been coming to Atlanta since 1997. So Atlanta's nothing new to me. You know what I mean? We did a lot of stuff out here over the years. But I remember being live in New York City on 125th Street in 2020, like February. And I was telling my audience, something is coming. I don't want to leave 125th Street, but God damn it, so many signs are telling me to let that shit go. It's over. I was holding on tooth and nail. I'm talking about one sale a day. You know what I'm talking about? They got so dry, one sale a day.
As well.
And Spirit was like, you got to go. So I packed up. I went home. I had a child on the way. So I started going back to the crib. And remember, I was telling people in New York City, if you were to stay inside your house for more than 2 days, you were a bum. You were considered a failure in life. Like nobody that I know stays inside the house in New York City pre-2020. It was just not even like you couldn't be a homebody and be a grown person like that in New York. You had to be outside getting to the hamster wheel. So I was able to go home and start focusing on Zoom classes, Rich. Spirit told me, you know what? Nobody's never really going to book you and give you the type of stage that you really need in order to shine your light. Book yourself. And I started studying Zoom and stuff like that. And just working on my own classes. And then I did that. And then they did the lockdown in March. And I never turned back after that. I never looked back,
Indeed.
And I went to Connecticut when my son was born. And then New York fell into Gotham City like overnight. and my heart be hurting because I remember I be having those reminiscing on New York moments, and I be crying, bro.
Yep.
Because that city was great to us.
No, it was. It was. Yeah, similar like you read. I've been coming to Atlanta for so long. I actually helped my sister. My sister's she came down here and she attended Clark Atlanta University. I think it was 1996.
Right.
I came down to Atlanta. There was a to help her move to Atlanta because she was going to Clark Atlanta University. And I went to the underground. I was hanging out in not Western. What's the area where the underground is? What was that?
MJQ.
Okay, yeah, that area. I remember that's the first time I seen the Nuwabians when I came to Atlanta.
Right. They was deep out here.
They was deep.
Yeah.
Besides my sister, my uncle lived down here. He had a home down here, and I would come down here every year to visit my uncle. Actually, my first car that I got, I was about 21 years old, and it was registered in Georgia. I bought the car in Georgia because insurance was expensive in New York, so I wanted to save money. So I had a Georgia license and Georgia insurance. So I came down here every year just to renew my insurance, and I had family down here, so I didn't mind, and I loved to drive or whatever. So I would come down here every year regardless. When I met my lady in 2005, we immediately came down to Atlanta in 2006. After a year knowing her, I told her, yo, call me to visit my uncle in Atlanta. We came down to Atlanta in 2006, and she loved it down here. So it's always been in the back of our mind that we love. I never traveled a lot, but it's always been in the back of my mind and my lady's mind, like, yo, we really like it down there. So we was like, one day we might move down there. So that was just always in the back of our mind. But New York just started deteriorating so much, family. I mean, so much. It just started deteriorating. And the gentrification, along with just a lot of mood, the rent, just so many things in New York just made it not what we knew it was growing up. And it just New York completely lost its spirit. And it wasn't worth trying to save. It wasn't worth trying to make something happen. Eventually, we was just like, I mean, the prices in New York, family. I mean, you could spend $3,000 a month and you could live in a little shoebox, a little closet. On top of that, you go outside, there's rats everywhere, cockroaches outside, rats running around. I mean, the rats in New York it's mind-boggling how many rats is in New York.
Oh, so, now the rats took over.
Yeah, so it's you're making all this money. Everything is so expensive. It just wasn't worth it anymore, family. It just was not worth it anymore. And and then when the 2020 and COVID happened, and I see how New York got shut down, I was just like, I don't, and the internet took over, and I was just like, I could do this on the internet. I don't even have to be in New York anymore. So my spirit just, told me I've been going to Atlanta damn near every year since I was 21 anyway. So I was like, let me make that move down there. So that's what it was for me. Yeah, King Simon.
And man, Jack the Rapper was down here. So I've been coming from back in those days. But also in 99, I moved here and I only lasted a month here. In 1999, I only lasted a month. And then the next year, me and my former wife, we divorced and she moved the children down. So this is like 24 years. My children came down. My 4 boys came down there with his mother. So I was coming back and forth just to hang out with them. But the last straw was after I did, if y'all remember Aton Edwards, y'all remember Aton Edwards, the disaster preparedness? His wife is a hypnotherapist, Kendall. And after I did my hypnotic therapy, I was going in and out of deciding where I'm going to go because I didn't want to leave my mother. And sometimes you got to leave your mother where because that's what she's used to. You can't hold on to your mother's stuff. Just make sure she's being taken care of by certain family members. And I had to go. So I had a hypnotherapy with Kendall. And after I did that hypnotic therapy with Kendall, I started packing. And this time I had 3 places I was thinking I was going. Because she every time I looked at something, I wanted to go pack. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of this basement, living in my mother's basement at that time, coming back after I left. So, I had 3 places: North Carolina, Georgia, or Florida. And because my children was down here having children, my 14 grandchildren are down here, I said it would make sense to be closer to them and my 14 grand. So I moved down, and a friend so happened to have a house that she was renting. And I said, let me rent the house from her in Stone Mountain. And me and her know each other since we was 15. And she's living in New York, and she's, you know, she's a teacher and about to retire, but she is the one that let me have this house. And so we've just been taking care. So it's a beautiful thing to know that, you know, everybody has their journey, and New York got a little tired for me. You know, because sometimes people don't respect what you're doing. I felt disrespected as a promoter, somebody who's done so much on television, radio, all of that stuff in New York, from the Caribbean. If y'all look at my book, No Promotion is Bad Promotion, I've had Buju, I've Barris, I had Shaggy, I've worked with Malik Yob, I've worked with a whole bunch of people. But when you feel disrespected or feel not honored in your own house, right, it gets painful. It gets painful to a person like me. And, you know, we was doing big events. I did stuff with Rich. I did with KTL. We all did. I had them on my stage, and their brother and a lot of people. So, but, you know, they was kept on saying about Atlanta, you know, but I remember being there and got a little nervous, and I moved back. I remember I didn't even have no money to move back to New York. And I asked my father, and once he couldn't give it to me, I said, I will never ask him again. This is 25 years ago. I'll never ask him for money. Instead, I give him money when he needs it. My mother, I asked her for money, and she sent me the money, and I was back. And then I went to V103 here in Atlanta to try to get a radio job. They had a click system. I met Jermaine Dupri. He was there. They was chilling, and he wasn't a part of it, but he was on lock with that VO103. Right. But I tried to get on radio, went back and landed a job on WWRL, a $60,000 to $70,000 a year job. Bob Law got me back on radio.
Shout out to Bob Law.
Shout out to Bob Law, got me back on radio, and then I rocked it out, and then came back into the consciousness around 2005, 2007, then 2009. KTL, Brother Red, Blue came out, Dr. Sabi. We did that major event, and Polite spoke. He didn't want nobody else on that stage. Bam was supposed to be on that stage. Jeffrey was supposed to be up, and he said, nah, only Polite, because Polite really was representing Sabi back in the day, heavy. And that's what he loved, you know? So, yeah, that was history, because Seven Heaven was made, you know what I'm saying?
It was born, yeah. Blue talked about that this weekend.
Yeah, big up to Blue, man. Yeah, we did it over there. Abundance was that, and it was like what Rich did. Abundance was there. Everybody, Moors, Christians, Muslims, and we did it at a church, 400 to 500 people. And so, you know, that was Dr. Sabi, 2009, man. So never forget that big major one. And big up to Asir, who was one of them people that stepped in, and big up to Lloyd and Aton that helped me out building my conscious era again back up after I left the Nation of Islam in 95. So, yeah, that's why I'm here, man. And then I didn't know Rich was moving, and then I found out Red and Blue was here. And then look, we just do it, man. We just do it.
Indeed. Hey, why don't y'all leave your like I said, beautiful conversation tonight, beautiful weekend, beautiful week, beautiful month. We just came off the Lionsgate energy. Why don't y'all leave your contact information before we get out of here?
Okay.
If you minimize my picture real quick, my website is gonna come up, because people have been asking me about the
I don't see it.
The
you don't have your thing up.
Yeah, there you go. The Mark125.com for the Dr. Sabi drip, the Bobby drip, 44 tops. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Africa drip.
Dr. Africa drip, you know what I mean?
I got mine. Son.
I think the next three we're gonna do a panic drip. We're gonna do Dr. Delbert Blair.
Please.
And we're gonna hit you with a C. Freeman L and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so we in the kitchen cooking. Thank you everybody for supporting us. We are representing the pantheon of the ancestors, the ancestor realm. We making it fashionably Drippington to rock the ancestors. Remember we was talking about super fabrics on that show, Rich? I understood the assignment. I said I gotta bring the super fabrics to the masses, because I'm putting all of this on linen in the fall. It's too hot for linen right now, but I'm putting all of these master teachers on the linen shirts and whatnot, so we could really have the super fabrics, and we could rock our master teachers while we charged up.
Indeed. No,
Where y'all talk about the linen? You can't wear linen no more. Where y'all talk?
Oh yeah.
Jamaica's been wearing linen.
I know. Y'all do linens all year. And we also got the hard copy for the 48 Pillars of Power, Volume 1. Signed by yours truly. We autograph all of our CDs. If somebody have a CD and their autograph is not on it, it's a bootleg. That's the new rules.
And if you want to contact me on IG. That's I am King Simon. I am King Simon. All my links is on their link tree. All my links to all the events that we got coming up with the tribute to Dr. Baba Dick Gregory. Blue Pill is providing the food. Rich said he'll say a few words because he shared a stage with Dr. Blair, Dr. Dick Gregory. Also, Dr. B said he's going to speak, and then we're going to close out that whole day. That end of the day is going to be Ashraf Kwesi and his wife and his daughter will be there to close out that day. And we're going to be going to the New Black Wall Street for the ballroom, the one there, Karma. There. So we're going to be right there in the New Black Wall Street for that 13. I'm going to send the information to Jeff. And one of your vendors said, can y'all send a Mama K some healing love over the airwaves? Mama K, I don't know who Mama K is. I don't know if that was the sister that it took place with. I don't know what Brother Rich, maybe her name is Mama K. This is some healing energy. I guess something happened to her after she left the gathering. I don't know what's going on, but we send Mama K some healing. Hanifa, thank you very much. Hanifa from out of Philly. Big up to Hanifa all the time. And Brother Rich, thank you very much, man. And y'all was such a accommodating force, you and your wife, man. And I can't wait to see what the baby is going to come out to be, because I know she's going to be a force, too.
Scorpion, stop playing.
Yeah, Scorpion, yeah.
Indeed. For everybody wondering, the video will be available, Gathering the Masters. And I'm going to put up clips on Patreon. I haven't, I neglected Patreon the last month. Just getting ready for this conference, so I'm going to put up a lot of clips on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you're going to have a lot of clips. I mean, it was so many hours. You're going to have a lot of clips from Gathering the Masters. I'm going to start uploading content for the Gathering the Masters on my Patreon tomorrow. So if you want to see, I'm going to upload Yaki's whole section probably either tonight or tomorrow on Patreon, and then I'm going to do Sister Myra. So just one by one, I'm going to upload them. So if you would like to see Gathering the Masters, it will be up on Patreon, certain clips one by one. And then I'll have the video in its entirety, edited, everything for sale on the website, Black Magic University. But besides that, hey, Red, did you get a chance to hear when I was talking to the last interview I did with Sharif, and I asked him about the energy behind the signature, and he started talking about the energy of the signature, of not the signature, of an autograph.
The autograph, yes.
You heard that part? Yeah, that was deep. So I really like what you're doing with the autograph copies. It was something AI cannot duplicate, my brother.
It cannot. It was conversations like the one that you had with Sharif.
Yeah.
There was a series of steps that led me making a phone call and going with a hard copy, because I had dismissed this, Rich. I was not thinking about doing this anymore. And I'm so glad that I listened to my intuition, and I was, as a student, learning from that class and others. Your autograph, family, is wealth. On some Nipsey Hussle type of time. As long as you sign it, you could sell it.
Right.
As long as you sign it, you could sell it. Don't let these people lie to you and get you stuck with this digital stuff. You know how good it felt getting cash money in my hand this strong and Rich?
Yeah.
Doing hand-to-hand transaction, like taking it back to the old school.
Yeah.
I do like the digital bread too. It hit.
Rich. Mama K has mama. Brother has mother was there in a wheelchair. Sending her healing. Yeah, big up to Has and his mother. She was a very good integral force of the Adunde festival. So big up to Mama Has. Mama Has Mama K. So yeah, from Philly. Yeah, she was there in the wheelchair. He brought her, he wheeled her in and wheeled her out, man. She was watching because she loved Joe Pulcrum and the rest of them. She loved Dr. B and all the rest of them. So, man, that was it. So that's the healing energy Hanifa's telling me to send to Haz's mom.
Indeed. And I guess with that, this was a long show. We've been on here 3 hours, family. I thank you for sticking it out with us the whole time. Shout out to Dr. B. Shout out to Q for coming on. Red Pill, King Simon. Shout out to all the presenters this weekend. Yaki, Dr. B, Asir, Sister Myra, Queen of Four, Dr. Drew Pookrum, all the vendors, Hank Rising Black Dot, KT the Arch Degree, just everybody who was there, Professor Griff, Soleil, appreciate Aquarius Maximus, appreciate Roz Ben, appreciate everybody for coming through, family. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I will probably see y'all tomorrow for another show. But thank you to Red and King Simon. Everybody have a good night. Recharge, everybody, recharge. It was a energetic. Q is smart. He in the jacuzzi. Q in the jacuzzi.
Feel me? I gotta get in the koozie, bro. I gotta get in the koozie. Yeah, I'm going to J. Jude for about a day. I'm a decompress. You know, I'm gonna go eat some chocolates. J. Jude is the Korean spa.
Oh, get out of here. Where's that at?
Like the crystal domes and whatnot.
Where's that at?
It's like 45 minutes. Go and put JEJU in your Google. You didn't know about J. Jude?
Nah.
You can spend the night in the spa. JEJU. So you literally could go 7 p.m. and then you leave 7 a.m. Get all of that toxin out your system. They have saunas. They have
in Gwinnett.
Okay. Yeah. Let's lock
in.
If you want to make a move to J. Jude, I'm going there tomorrow night to spend the night, so I could detox and I could decompress.
Don't say
yeah.
You're gonna have so many weird motherfuckers there.
Nah. It's not. It ain't like that. First of all, the Koreans are on they strict as they are very. They don't play none of that. The Koreans don't play none of that. 2, you're gonna be in such a zen place when you detoxing. You don't even know what time it is. You are naturally going to fall asleep. You're not going to want to get in the car and go. No, it's going to put you in a zen state. When you go into some of these igloos that are made out of crystals, they have herbs that are burning. So inside of it is feeling all type of medicinal and whatnot. Yeah, I thought you knew.
Can you do retreats there? Can you do little?
You could do stuff with them. You just got to talk to them.
Okay, I got them. I'm just texting myself. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Oh man, I need to do something. Queen 4 took me to something back in the day. Woo, Queen was man, it was fire.
So the war continues, you know what I mean? Brother Rich, you put a big W up on the board. We commend you for your sight. You got vision, you got that Virgo vision. You feel me? And you trust in yourself, and that's special. So you know, we look forward to the next thing that you have coming down from your visual cortex. King Simon has something coming up. We must support one another as a collective. It feels better, it looks better, and it is better. None of us have anything to lose. We in a new place. And if any one of us was real estate agents, we would be on the EYL stage shitting right for the Invest Fest. Because you would have 100 people buying a house from you. You know how many people want to move down here just because we here?
Yo, I know, right? That's the it's wild. Like,
I'm about to go take a course on Udemy and get the certificate, bro. God damn.
A lot of people, man.
We driving up the real estate ever since Stone Mountain.
Yep.
You feel me?
That's right. If you want to contact me, family, my number, you want to text me and book a session, my number, if you want to be a vendor at my next event, October 13th, please, for the Dick Gregory and Ashwa Kwesi, text me right now, 347-496-1022 if you want to book or be a vendor. No food vendors. Blue Pill is the only food vendor that's going to be there. That's the only one that's going to be there for that day, period. Him and Rashida. Big up to Rashida, too.
Big up to Rashida. Big up to everybody in the building. Love and light to the family. Rich, appreciate you. All right, shout out to AA.
Appreciate
what happened to him? What happened to AA?
He was in Japan. Yeah, he's doing his major moves. He was dancing across the continent. Shout out to all of the legends. Every single person. Remember, I might not even mention your name, but if you grace these platforms, and if you're on the front line, I don't care if you're on TikTok, I don't care if you on goddamn whatever platform you're on, you mean something. You know, if you're on the front line teaching and swinging that sword of truth and whatnot, I want to meet you one day. I just want to shake your hand one day. You know, keep doing the good work. Queen of Four, happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody in the building. That's Leo, right?
Leo, Fidel Castro's birthday today also. You know the deal.
Yeah, big Leo energy.
All right.
All right,
Brother Rich, love you, man. Love you, Rich.
Get out of here, family.
Q Reeves, shout out to Q Reeves, B-Dell,
Q.
all of the legends, KT, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Sharif, Blue Pillar,
everyone.
You dig? Ross Ben, Hank Rising Sun, Minister Jew.
One last thing I want to hear the people with. I'm sorry, Red.
Yes.
I forget, because I've been talking about darkness a lot today. This is a book that I read a lot on here. It's the I Am Discourse. It's from Ascended Master Saint Germain, and we were talking about darkness and the importance and why I call myself Black Magic, and all of my ideas come from the darkness. It says here that how do you say that word? Amnomation. How do you say that word, Red?
Abomination.
No, not that word. Well, anyway, it says the admonition.
Admonishment.
Admonish. I don't know, not that.
Admonishment.
Let me. How y'all is ADMONITION? How y'all say that word, family? Y'all can't tell me, but
admonition.
Admonition, probably admonition. Yeah. But anyway, it says the admonition has been before humanity through many centuries that ye cannot serve two masters. Why is this so? First, because there's only one intelligence, one presence, one power that can act, and that is the presence of God acting in you. When you turn to the outer manifestation and give all kinds of expressions and appearances power, you are attempting to serve a false usurping master, because the outer expression can only find an appearance through the inner expression and use of God's mighty energy. Your ability to lift your hand and the life flowing through the nervous system of your outer form is God in action in your body, through your mind, family.
Rich, hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. I have a clip of the after party that I got. I need to close it out. No copyright on it. It won't have no copyright on it.
I can do magic. I heard it has. I can do magic. No.
Oh, they will hit you with that?
They hit me with my own song.
They hit you with your own song.
All right.
They hit me crazy. And Discord, it's wild. The copyright is wild with the music. It's wild.
Yeah, YouTube, they acting
crazy. I can't even play my own son's music because they will hit me with my copyright.
It's wild, Red. It's a wild game with them, man.
Yeah. Well, just know, family, that it was a movie. It looks crazy. We're gonna make a copyright-free cop clip of it so Rich can show it. It's something that I want y'all to have in your minds, because I want y'all to see us partying, the people that look like us, that learn like us, actually celebrating life and giving each other permission to party and smile and dance, because they was really shaking a leg last night and having a good old time.
Indeed.
And go watch Buju, man. Buju Banton.
On Drink Jam. I heard he was lighting fire.
Watch that, family. Watch that.
Yeah. All right. But I love you, Bridget, man, all the time, man. Talk.
Take care, family. Peace. All right. Peace.